Good evening, everybody. Coming at you live from the UAlbany Esports Arena. Today we're back with the Valorant Nationals, and today the Great Danes are playing against the Nebula. How we doing, Adrian?
Well, Massimo, versing a team called the Nebula is already exciting enough, but it's also been a while from us. It's almost been over a month or two.
You haven't been here in a long time.
So we might be a little rusty here, but we're still around bind, so we should be able to ease right into it.
Yeah, by a very common map. It's very UAlbany loves this map. We see them play this a lot. We do remember we always see Tristan with that op on Yoru, but now that after these Yoru nerfs that came out in between the time between when we were streaming consistently and now, it looks like we're gonna have to pivot off of Yoru, and it looks like Tristan's actually gonna opt for the Neon here. Which, I mean, Neon is 100% the best duelist in the game currently, especially after the Waylay nerfs and the Yoru nerfs. So Neon is definitely expected. We see Stevie's now locking the Raze, and we see Cypher on this map too. Cypher can be very powerful on that A site, and then Clove just gives you that versatility. However, the Clove nerfs also did harm them a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, we're just going to have to see how Pyro makes use of those smokes, especially now the after death smokes only last, I believe, 6 seconds. Sorry, it's 6 seconds now. It's not even enough time to fully diffuse anymore. And then we do see the Nebula. Just for clarification, the Nebula, the university is the University of Texas at Dallas, I believe. Yeah, we're just gonna refer to them as the Nebula because that's a very long name. But we see that they're also running Raze and Sky, and they're opting for Brimstone, which is definitely a more standard pick on this map, I would say, for Bine, and then also Chamber as the Sentinel instead. So it looks like maybe instead of opting for a second duelist, they kind of want a Sentinel that can lurk and take space on defense, and then they're just running the double initiator comp with Fade and Sky. That's gonna be very powerful info gathering and just a lot of intel there for them.
No, yeah, like we said before, it's really interesting to see how the comps on both sides kind of switch here. Usually we see like Viper and Brim being run bind with Sky, Waylay, Yoru, but now we're seeing a little more versatility. I was a little shocked by the Clove pick, but we're gonna have to see how it works. So, I mean, what do you think, Massimo? Going into this, what do you think? Which comp looks better to you?
Honestly, obviously, I love my my Great Danes, but to be honest, I believe the Nebula have a better comp here, or at least a more standard comp. The dog instantly threw the TP to try and clear out showers because of the lack of that Viper wall to kind of keep people out. We do see the Nebula taking lots of space through long here. They only have one person trying to go through hookah, and they're playing very slow there, maybe trying to catch some UAlbany players off guard. We do see Tristan still holding steadfast in showers. They are not doing the over-rotation. And we do see Nebula kind of slowing down here. It looks like they were going to take the site fast, but now we just see a couple of the Nebula players kind of making their way over towards A. And look at Tristan here taking so much space in the attacker spawn. He might be able to catch the Nebula's Brimstone off guard here, but we do still see 4 of the Nebula players defaulting outside Garden and Hookah. We do see the jump peek out of Patat there. Actually, was it Patat? I'm not even sure who's on site right now. And we see Tristan get caught off guard by their Brimstone. Not quite aware of the positioning there. Tristan thought he had the upper hand, whereas the Brimstone actually did. And now the Nebula TP into showers, and they're just full running down short here. It looks like they're going to want to take this A site fast. UAlbany's gotten here pretty quickly. They're pretty much ready for this site take. And the plant is coming down. Pyro's just sitting in the close smoke. Flash comes in. Pyro gets boxed, traded out by Raze, wow. And then Rin gets Beefy Broth. So now it's just a 3v plant. And they do get the bomb down on site. And I believe it's on default plant as well. And we see Stevie sitting inside this Brimstone smoke, not aware of Mind Bros right next to him. He does get out of that position, however. Allow gets Stevie, Sir Down Bad gets Rin and Patat. Wow. I mean, that's a 3K from Sir Down Bad there, the Brimstone. Just a really well-played round by the Nebula there.
I was going to say, though, the Nebula kind of used a lot of util down long. I don't think the Raze and, Brim probably only had Molly and maybe one smoke left. So I assumed that they were, going to be out utiled there, but apparently not. The Sky blinds kind of determined that match. They each kind of used the blind right out of the smokes to swing, but it just looked like the Nebula kind of used them more effectively there.
Yeah, for sure. And also Nebula played that post plan very well, not peeking things unnecessarily. Like you saw Mind Bros could have so easily pushed into that smoke where Stevie's wasn't caught at timing, but just decided against it in favor of trying to avoid unnecessarily dying. And now we do see all of Nebula, except for the chamber here, just running into showers. We do see Tristan get Mind Bros and then run out, trying to avoid getting traded there. And then the spray comes in, lots of heavy damage. And then Stevie's gets beefy Brock. But Nebula is on the site here, outside onto triple. Brimsmoke separating site here. Four of UAlbany players are here. Cypher still holding long here. Looks like he might hit the TP. Allow gets 2, one with the grenade and the Spectre. Tristan gets another kill with the Deagle on Box, and then Sir Down Back gets a trade on Tristan. Now Cypher is actually in showers, but it doesn't matter because Pyro with the Classic gets the last 2 Nebula players. And the UAlbany Great Danes just won the save round, which, as we've established in the past, is really not a round you're supposed to be winning in a match of this magnitude.
No, yeah, I agree, Massimo. And funny enough, I really thought that the Cypher kind of got left in the dust there. As much as there's a lot happening on site, you know, one player can make the difference. So I do think the Danes going further on should really try to establish if they know it's the whole team's on site there. Because God forbid the Brimstone was tapping heads, it could have easily been turned into a 2v1 again.
Yeah, 100%. And honestly, I think the Cypher could have afforded to play faster there to assist Pyro on site, but it seems like Pyro had it handled in that particular moment. And now we do see Nebula opening up with a default. It's a very different from what they were doing the first 2 rounds, playing very, very fast and just full running down everything. We see Mind Bros taking all the space in hookah along with Allow. The trip gets destroyed, so now their jump out should be safe in theory. And we just see Chamber alone on A. Next to the 3 players of UAlbany, Tristan with the Phantom picks out Beefy Broth. I'm like fumbling all over my words today, but no noise is being made. Well, now we see some shots exchanged. Sir Down Bat, beautiful shot on Patat there. Now Rin just gets peeked by their entire team, and Box gets the kill. UAlbany's just dropping guns to the Nebula. Pyro gets Allow, and then Box gets Pyro. Tristan gets Box. Tristan gets Sir Down Bat as well, and then Mind Bros gets Tristan. And Mind Bros actually one shot here against Stevie's. What gun does Stevie have? An Outlaw as well. Transfer comes in for Stevie's and gets Mind Bros. So that is another round win for UAlbany. But that's honestly not a great round. There's so many guns got dropped, and it's kind of terrible for the economy. They were able to keep one of them, but now Nebula should be on a full buy here. So against UAlbany's weaker buy. Yeah, actually, their eco seems to be doing just fine. Probably because they won that save round 2.
No, yeah, Massimo, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna talk all about all the guns being dropped, but didn't get there too fast. What I do want to mention is how well Tristan did there. I think he almost got 3 kills there, and that definitely, gave them the numbers advantage, even though it kind of shifted back towards the Nebula. We always talk about kills being sometimes just useless, not doing much around. But, in that regard,
impactful kills.
Very impactful,
won the round, yeah. And we do see Cypher camming out short, and we also see the Nebula just 4-man walking up Garden again. This is the same strategy they did on Pistol, and then on that particular round, they decide to pivot back towards A. So we actually see Tristan not being too overzealous this time, kind of just holding. But now it looks like the Nebula are actually going to do this site take, run onto site. The rocket is popped for Allow, kicking the top out of the cage. Mind Bros gets Rin outside of Hookah, and now it's just a 3v5 retake for UAlbany here. And we see all 3 of them stacked up in CT. There's a lot of utility being pumped here as well. Stevie's gets sprayed for half their health through the smoke. Mind Bros sitting in this corner here. Stevie's is holding it, expecting a peek, and just gets off the hold anyway. Tristan with a beautiful slide across the corner to Allow. That's just what you expect Neon to do, to be honest. But Box gets the trade very quickly. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Pyro soft clears, and then is was able to flick back. Box gets Pyro for the trade, and now it's just Stevie's in a 1v3 situation and just gets taken out by Box with the Phantom, and that's a 3K for Box and a round win for the Nebula.
No, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny that even though it was a very disadvantaged state for UAlbany, Tristan still, I believe, concussed Stevie's in the smoke somehow. Must have messed up his neon.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize.
That was very unfortunate. Not that it really determined the round. Actually, maybe.
It might have, because Stevie's was the last person alive, half HP. Might have gotten the kill on Sky. Who knows what happened there. But I mean,
That round was
yeah,
lost.
that round was lost the moment that both site players were taken out, and the three of them tried retaking from CT. And Tristan fast running down long here with the Sky Flash. Unfortunately, no Nebula players there. Runs right past Beefy Broth. Beefy Broth with great positioning there. Tristan gets 3, gets 4. What? Oh my god, insane marksmanship from oh my god, I'm spitting everywhere. Insane marksmanship from Beefy Broth. I'm sorry about that, Adrian. I'm kind of just getting a little bit excited here.
No,
that was ridiculous. Oh my lord.
I really hope Tristan learns to check his corners because this is the
second time already this
in
game.
2 of 5 rounds he died because he hasn't checked his corners. And especially it's very disappointing that that was his ult as well. You would think he would check the corners if people are hiding from him. No offense, maybe from out here it looks really natural. Maybe there in the heat of the moment, you didn't really think about what was maybe behind the box.
And we do see Nebula also slowing down this round as well. Last round they kind of just something crazy went down, and we do see Tristan like taking some shots out at Fade with a Bucky, but it's clearly a default for the Nebula here. Mind Bros just peeks into Tristan with, even though he knew he had a Bucky, and now that's a Phantom for UAlbany. Tristan trying to transport it over to his teammate supposedly, or no, just trying to keep the Bucky in his possession. Just in case they run into Hookah, that Bucky's probably gonna be more handy than that Phantom in that situation. But we do see the Nebula kind of just walking over towards A, which is actually where UAlbany is mostly stacked here with 3 of their players. We do see Allow taking some space down A short, not quite seeing anything. Sky Flash comes in. That is going to be valuable info for UAlbany, knowing that there's presence of Nebula players here. But we do see 3 of the Nebula players stacked up outside a shower. Skydog comes in for them. So UAlbany's very aware of this site take. Now we see Tristan running over towards A. And Sir Down Bad's actually on the site. Jumps into the smoke with the shorty. Beefy Broth gets Stevie's, Box gets Patas. So this round's been equalized very quickly. Pyro simply just with the Bucky inside of the smoke. Not much he can do from this position. Rin coming back from CT. And he's going to try and help. Pyro's a bandit as well. Just so little to be done here at this point. Rin still has the Bucky and a Deagle in his possession, or sorry, her possession, I believe. And Pyro gets on the defuse, but Sky Strike comes in from Brimstone. Pyro gets one in showers onto Beefy Broth with the Bucky. It's just a 1v3 now. Gets Box as an exit frag, but Allow gets the trade immediately, and that's another round for the Nebula. So I'm a little rusty at this. I'm like fumbling over my words a lot more than I usually do. That's my apologies, though.
It's all good, Massimo. Funny enough there, I do think, the Nebula's ult usage is a little better here. We saw there, obviously, everybody saw the Brim stopping the plant there, funny enough, timeout. But also, too, the Sky Prowlers, little things like that just secure rounds. Like, it's only not even halfway. Confirming more rounds, destroying for morale and eco, I think is very important there. So simple things like that just go a long way. So what do you think the timeout's for anyway? Well,
I think D-Nunes took this timeout for UAlbany simply because they're kind of struggling on these retakes.
Big time.
And I think the main issue with their struggles on these retakes is definitely just the over-aggressiveness on defense. Bind is typically a very defender-sided map, as crazy that sounds because the attackers have TPs available to them and whatnot. But if you think about it, there's no mid to defend. Even though the attackers have the TPs, so do you. Like, you are able to utilize those TPs just as much on defense as you can on attack. And so this map is actually generally defender-sided. And when you're losing multiple rounds in a row on defense, on Bind, you kind of have to stop and then take a step back and realize what you're doing wrong and then try and
Let's make
fix
them
it.
dance.
And that's why D-Nunes took this time out, I believe, to try and figure out a better strategy to defend the Nebula here on their site takes so they don't even have to play those retakes. We do see Patat and Rin just standing outside Garden here with the camera there. And we do see, again, another default from the Nebula. The bomb is on the A side of the map. And we see, again, another Hookah push-up now backing off. Noise is made by Allow with the Phantom.
But there's 3 in long, Massimo.
There are
really
3
trying to catch these
players
guys long.
I mean, yeah. Oh, and Beefy Broth just wins the gunfight on Rin here. Tristan's position is mysterious. Gets 2, and then Patat. No, sorry, Tristan gets 1, but Patat gets another 2. So that actually was a really good exchange by UAlbany there. So that was 3 for 2. So now it's a 3v2. Sir Down Bad and the Sky are actually, or sorry, I believe Box, yes, are gonna speed up their takedown. Pyro, beautiful shots. Kind of caught Sir down bad out off guard there, I believe. Yeah, didn't expect. I mean, yeah, you don't really expect someone to peek into you like that, I suppose. Or maybe they thought they were rotating off of that garden info. I'm not sure, but either way, UAlbany takes that round with beautiful shots from both Pyro and Patat there to secure the round. And yeah, I mean, kind of just like we said, like re-strategize. They made that play in long instead of kind of just throwing util and then peeking them brainlessly. No offense to Rin there in that round. However, Rin did get traded out, so that is perfectly fine. And that actually ended in a really good exchange for UAlbany, and they were just able to secure the round with those beautiful shots from Pyro there in that unexpected play. Now we do see the Nebula again playing in yet another default. The dog comes down long, sees Patat, I'm pretty sure. But Tristan with the judge and Hookah gets Mind Bros yet again. Mind Bros is going to have to learn at some point not to mess with Tristan and Hookah when he has these shotguns. And we do see the Nebula push up into long here as well. Box is alone with the bomb, kind of getting left there by his raise. Takes the orb, getting one ult point closer to that ultimate ability there. Like you said earlier, those cabbages can make or break a round for the other team. And that's just as UAlbany, you probably can't be letting that orb go. Not that easily, anyway.
But then again, the Sky Dog from UAlbany, it probably saw both of them, so they know there's,
Yeah, we see Pyro get allow, and we do see the Showers TP now. So there's two people Showers. He just gets Beefy Broth, kind of just halting the Showers push for a bit. And it's actually, so it would be two Nebula players pushing into two UAlbany players, but now that 2 quickly became 3. And then we also have Tristan on the flank here trying to hold for their rotate through short. Now going back, maybe anticipating a rotate through the cave and spawn. Box is just re-clearing everything here, anticipating the flank, which is actually pretty good for them. But nothing quite there yet, at least. Tristan's playing this pretty smart as opposed to that pistol round. 12 seconds left on the clock. It just looks like the Nebula are going to save their guns here. So yeah, what do you think UAlbany did here different that made them wind all this clock down?
Oddly enough, we talk about them maybe playing these retakes better, but in a weird sense, they're playing more aggressive, so they can't even get to that point. We saw them play really high up and long, and also too, the clove smokes have been really aggressive. That clove smoke is pushing almost all the way into long, so I think they're just not letting them get the spike down as we just saw. They didn't even get there.
Yeah, like I said, I believe, I can't listen in on the conversation the coach is having with our players, but I would believe it went something along the lines of these retakes aren't working out, so we need to make sure that we don't need to retake. And then these aggressive plays have been working yet again with Tristan and Hookah with this shotgun, or playing those long peaks with utility and supporting each other and getting trades. That's good. Tristan with the slide out on Beefy Broth. Couldn't quite catch the timing there. Beefy Broth actually pops the Tour de Force here. And Tristan actually just gets out because he's afraid of the Chamber Up. We do see Mind Bros with the Fatal online. Throws the C's under Hookah.
Did he hit Patat?
I believe he did hit Patat there with the decay.
But they know he's there.
Yeah, they know he's there now. The dog comes near, which just solidifies the info, and the Roomba detects him. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna just fully try and take this B site. But UAlbany, there's 4 players here, and then we see Stevie's just sitting here waiting for the rotate, ready to pounce if they decide to abort this site take.
I agree, but the Cypher is also really hard to get into. We talked about it before, what value the Cypher would bring, and I think it shows right here, because they know they have to remove these trips, so that'll give too much info. It's a kind of a hard dilemma for Nebula here.
Tristan ADS holding this up, gets Beefy Broth. Beefy Broth wasn't expecting that angle from Tristan there. It was really good. Rin gets 2 before getting traded out by Box, and now it's just a 2v4 site take. And both are on site, but
30 seconds left.
UAlbany just like, they're just gonna pinch them.
No, yeah, I think they're in a way better spot. Although we talk about the retake, this is just a really clinical spot.
Yeah, Box and Sir down bad, both kind of just stranded backside. Tristan gets Sir down bad, and then Stevens gets Box. That's the round win for UAlbany there. So yeah, while we haven't been great on the retakes, we also haven't had great positioning like that. We weren't able to retake from 2 different angles. Like here we were able to retake from Hookah and CT, which means we were able to pinch them on site, keep them trapped on site, and at that point the round is pretty much unlosable. So now we actually see that UAlbany pull back a 2-4 deficit, and now they're actually up a round on 5-4. Yeah. Ideally they're going to want to end this half 7-5, because as we stated before, this map is defender-sided, and we actually do see Beefy Broth take a timeout for the Nebula, kind of just because they lost all their momentum. They were up 2-4, and now they've lost 3 rounds straight, and they want to end this half as well as possible. Again, ideally for them, it would be 7-5, and we're just gonna have to see how they reevaluate the strategies here, and kind of just try and see how they can change things up after this timeout.
I feel like, if anything, I feel like Nebula's kind of forcing some of these pushes. You know, they do a little song and dance, kind of splitting up, and then they predictably slam a site. Although that, you know, normally does work for a lot of people, I think UAlbany's just playing really smart, and we're truly are seeing the power of Neon here. Her ability to rotate between each site. You know, it's kind of hard to get an advantage at the site, because if they do somehow trick UAlbany, Neon can be at the site just as much as they get out to site themselves. So it's really hard to avoid Neon as a character.
Yeah, this Neon sitting in hookah is just such good it's just such good presence. Even like just getting the kill on Beefy Brock there, who had the tour de force, just the lack of fear in peeking that weapon. It just shows how confident Tristan is in his marksmanship, and it's working out for him. He's actually their top frag right now, and probably the main reason UAlbany's actually made all this progress. Stevie's with aggressive play with the rocket, gets Mind Bros. However, Sir Down Bad was able to get out in time, gets Sir Down Bad. Pyro gets Beefy Brock. 5v2 for UAlbany already. The last two are stranded outside showers. They're just gonna get pinched by UAlbany here. You can actually see us running through CT here to try and catch them through cave. The dog comes in through cave, trying to find where the Nebula players are. They get revealed by the Cypher's ult as well. Lots of things committed here. Tristan exchanging shots with Box, gets taken out by Box eventually. Maybe a little bit too confident there. The Phantom there kind of just showing its weaknesses at long range. And then we see Stevie's get allow after the Sky Flash comes in. And now Box is very low on HP here. Kind of just alone in cave in a 4v1 situation with the bomb stranded. Gets taken out by Rin. Stevie's with the very accentuated flick on Box shooting behind him.
That was a very good coordinated attack by UAlbany. We saw Tristan quickly clear yard in front of Hookah and just instantly ran down, knowing that
they were 5-man,
that Stevie's was gonna ult. So kind of like if they were forced back by the showstopper into the mid-ish area, I forget what that area is called, then it was really well done, is what I'm trying to say. I'm also really rusty in Valorant.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
We're just trying to get back into it, and hopefully we'll have more opportunity to do so, because this match, believe it or not, is win or go home. If UAlbany loses this match, you would not be hearing from us until next season. And you really don't want that to happen. And we see Beefy Brock, as we say that, get the spray through the cage onto Rin. Kind of just bad luck there for Rin.
I've got your
probably trying to take the orb there. Maybe not expecting outside a guarded Box with a crazy shot and puts hot there. That's a crazy. Tristan slides into Mind Bros, just doesn't care about the C's and gets the kill. Now allow with the judge outside of Hookah. Are they gonna expect this? Stevie just jumps out and is taken out. Now they're aware of the judge. One bullet left in it. Gets another one on Pyro. Tristan gets the trade on allow finally. Pyro pops the return from death. Sorry, that's a ReZero reference. I've been watching that anime recently, but no, we do see Pyro. They're probably just gonna die in his ult. Yeah, and that it is what it is. And unfortunately, I don't think there was much info gained from that. Tristan not seeing Sir Down Bad sitting close right. Doesn't matter. Gets the headshot on Sir Down Bad, but Box immediately peeks for the trade onto Tristan. So now it's 6-5. So at this point, if you're Nebula, you're probably thinking you want to end this half 6-6, and then hope that your defense holds up for the second half against this double duelist comp of UAlbany.
I'm just really happy that Tristan checked the corner this time, even though Pyro couldn't unfortunately clear.
Well, that one was very obvious.
No, yeah, but hey, you could say the other ones have been pretty obvious too. I would say that's a pretty typical rat spot when rotating. The Box was a little unfortunate, I will admit, but Tristan trying his best there. And I wonder if his ult's gonna go successful this time, or if it's gonna kind of end up like last time. Let's hope not.
Well, yeah, theoretically he should be popping his ult this round. It's the last round of the half, and we do see that Nebula actually have the fatal on which I believe they haven't popped this half yet. We do brought the early pick on Rin, and then another pick on Fatat there. I believe that was also through a smoke, but kind of just a late smoke coming in from Pyro there. Unfortunately, getting 2 of his teammates killed. And now we were talking about these retakes. It looks like UAlbany's gonna have to do this retake. However, Pyro, crazy timing on Mind Bros and Hookah. gets the pick on him. Box gets Tristan, and then Pyro gets Box up for the trade. And now it's a 2v3 situation. However, the Nebula do have the Brimstone ult online.
Yeah.
The smoke comes down from Pyro, just baiting out the ult. Stevie's gets BB Broth, 2v2 situation. Allow push through the Brimstone ult into elbow. That's a crazy play. But it looks like they're aware. Pyro gets Allow, and now it's a 2v1 situation for Sir Down Bad. Gets taken out by Pyro. I believe there's time. Yes, there's 100% time for the defuse. And so UAlbany's going to end this half 7-5. So that's just a really well played round for UAlbany there. That retake, you know, that was definitely changed from their other ones. And I would say it's mainly due to Pyro there. Pyro getting 3, and then that first kill on Mind Bros, who was completely unaware of Pyro's presence in hookah. Maybe, I'm not sure quite what happened there, but I believe, if I had to guess, Pyro probably just took a timing through a smoke.
Of course.
And was able to get that kill before the Fade ult was popped. Is the Fade ult called Nightfall? I think that's what it's called.
I should know. I play Fade, Massimo. But
Yeah. I don't play Fade. I don't play Initiated too much, but
unfortunately,
I believe it's called Nightfall, I think. But yeah, so now starting on the second half, we should see UAlbany playing this very aggressively. They do have the double dive, double duelist comp, along with Clove, who plays more like a duelist.
Yeah.
To be honest, not as much as a support character as someone like Brimstone or Omen might be. And then Sky, again, pretty aggressive initiator as well with those pop flashes and whatnot. You see Tristan running down long, gets taken out by Beefy Broth. Really good shot. And then Stevie's gets a trade on Beefy Broth with the Bandit. So it's just a 1-for-1 trade. UAlbany does still have their dive to go onto site here.
Yeah.
And then the Sky Dog comes in. Not sure what it saw there. Probably not much. And then we do see UAlbany kind of just running onto site together, using the smoke smokes before they fade down. Sir Down Bad with a really good molly gets Pyro off of that corner there, I believe. The dog comes in, spots Stevie's hops on top of the tunnel, and the Roomba comes in, sees Stevie's for a moment, and then kind of just bounces away. And they're actually going to plant inside the tube here just to play it safe, because they don't know the position of all the Nebula players, but all 4 of them are here. Mind Bros with a wide swing on Rin. Rin is able to adjust the crosshair just in time. Allow getting healed up by the Sky. And Stevie's gets 1 before getting taken out, but Sir Down Bad gets another 2 on Stevie's and Patah, and then gets the 4th on Rin. Sir Down Bad, both these pistol rounds, has had some great rounds here, and that, you can't really ask for much more out of one of your players there. Just a 4K with the classic on a retake. That was beautifully played by Sir Down Bad there.
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
Sky, we talk a lot that Valorant, you know, is sometimes a one-shot headshot game where, you know, in the 2 seconds you see someone, some of them get capped in the head. But on these pistol rounds, it's a little different because I really do think the Sky heal kind of made a big difference there. The Raze in Nebula and Sir Down Bad on Brim were almost either less than half HP or almost 1 bullet, but then Sky healed in the full. I do think those tiny little interactions did win them the round there.
I mean, yeah, that Sky heal is very useful at some point. Tristan messes up his B-hop here while trying to run into lamps. Probably aware of the shotgun, but doesn't matter. Stevie satchels in and gets Mind Bros out of there. So now they have control of lamps as well, and they're just going to get the plant down on site. Sir Down Bad retreats back into shower. Allow peeks from triple with the Spectre. So, and we do see UAlbany force guns here. Tristan gets Allow with the Bucky, and then Sir Down Bad gets a trade on Tristan. They're just going to push Sir Down Bad aggressively with these Buckies. And Pyro and Stevie's both get yet another kill. And now it's just a 4v1 in favor of UAlbany, which yet again, we're seeing UAlbany winning another one of their save rounds. Stevie's with the unupgraded Celestial Fan Knife, kind of annoying to see there. Now we see Beefy Broth with nothing but a Marshall here, coming through CT. Interesting timing on Stevie's there, but Stevie's still holding. Gets shot at from Rin, and that's another save round win for the Great Danes here.
Almost all Bucky rush surprisingly worked there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's bind. Shotguns are so powerful on this map. I personally play Raze on this map, and I always love that Bucky interlance play. It's so powerful, because even if it doesn't catch him off guard, you're just moving so fast that it's hard to hit, even if you're expecting it. And
agreed.
Now we see Rin actually just drops the bomb outside long, picks it back up, realizing no one else is there to grab it. And then we see UAlbany actually 5-man stacked outside of A short. Mind Bros yet again with the Bucky. Might get slid on here. Gets taken out by Mind Bros. Tristan gets taken out by Mind Bros. Nate comes in for Mind Bros, gets Patat as well, gets Stevie's as well with the Pyro. Oh my god, Pyro gets the trade on Mind Bros finally, and then Rin gets Sir down bad as well. So despite that 3K with the Bucky from Mind Bros there, it's still just a 2v3. So UAlbany is definitely still in this round, especially because Allow here is nothing but a sheriff, and we actually do see UAlbany take the TP, kind of just because they're wary about the positioning of Nebula there. They haven't gotten info. Allow quickly rotates over, but it's too late. UAlbany's on the site. They're just going to get this plant down. Smoke comes in. Pyro throws a one-way to try and hold off CT for a bit. Maybe trying to fake the fact that they're peeking it, but now he will actually peek it. BB Broth is in hookah here, trying to take space, trying to, like we said, the site. And then Box takes out Pyro there, who had a Phantom, which is kind of really unfortunate for him. Rin gets Beefy Broth just barely, and then dips out before he could get traded out. And now it's just a 1v2 situation. This is looking kind of rough for UA here. Allow's just holding the peak from Rin, and that is a perfectly played retake from the Nebula.
Although it was a disadvantaged state, I do think the camera would have been somewhat useful there. I know they only had a Spectre going into, I believe, a Phantom and a Sheriff.
The Phantom that Pyro dropped, unfortunately.
But even then, I do think, the camera would put pressure on the enemy team, even if they are, because they don't know how much HP Rin was at. They could have been at full HP for all we know. So I do think the cam could
maybe the cam
psychologically done something. I don't know.
Or it'll shift the crosshair of the player to try and shoot it. You might be able to peek off of them shooting the cam and catch him off guard.
Of course.
There's a lot of things to talk about there, but honestly, Val is one of those coulda, woulda, shoulda games, and you can't really just dwell over what could have happened, if this, if that. Because at the end of the day, he didn't do it. As we see Sir down bad gets the pick on Tristan and Stevie's, as Mind Bros also picks up Pyro. These fast A takes don't seem to be working out. We actually see that the Nebula have adapted quite well, as we see Patat get Sir down bad after Sir down bad was able to get 2. And that's a 2v4 situation.
One enemy remaining.
Patat, not realizing where he got shot from, maybe gets taken out by Allow from showers, and now it's just yet again Rin in a 1v4 situation. Now the Nebula are definitely aware of his positioning after that jump spot in heaven. Spray comes in, and then Box with yet another beautiful peek by Rin. These peeks by Box are kind of insane, no? You saw an attack as well through Garden. I believe they called that the extreme peek.
You would probably know more than me in that case.
Yeah, I gotta look this up, or look it up after this and see if it's what I'm talking about, because it looks very familiar. Honestly, just jump spotting, knowing exactly where he is, and then just peek crouch pre-firing. Like, I'm pretty sure that's referred to as extreme peek, but either way, that's another round win for the Nebula there, and now we're actually equalized at 8-8. Seems like the only round that UAlbany have won during this half is the save round, which is the one that they're not supposed to win. So I'm not sure how our Great Dane's feeling right now. BB Broth gets the op and then takes out Tristan. Honestly, Tristan is the X factor of this Great Dane team, and he's been taken out first for, I believe, 3 rounds in a row now.
But we saw a similar thing in the first round, or the first half, where we saw UAlbany win the save and one more round after that, but then lose 3 in a row. So you could get the same outcome. You don't know though.
Yeah,
like
and
you said, the X factor.
We see UAlbany kind of respecting the op here. Actually, not quite, because we do see Stevie's pushing back up long, as we see Pyro taking lots of space in hookah. And then we also see the lurk from Rin coming through showers. Rin did get sprayed out. Oh my lord, beautiful shot from Stevie's there. With the Guardian against the op. That was beautiful. You just know Tristan's going to want that op if they manage to win the round. See Rin taking space on A site here. Popping the cage. Maybe a mistake there if you wanted to stay mysterious. But honestly, it looks like UA is actually going to pivot towards A here. And we do see finally Stevie takes the TP as well. Pyro gets Mind Bros. The camera, like you said, distracts Mind Bros there. Deagle against the Vandal gets him. Pyro, beautiful flick onto Allow. Oh my lord. And Stevie's with that Guardian, just so good. Onto Sir down bad in heaven. And now it's just a 4v1 situation for Box. Gets taken out by Pyro from CT. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to grab the op, but that is a beautiful round from UAlbany there. They just went to rotate, especially after that pick from Stevie's onto the op. That honestly could have gone much better for UAlbany there.
Albany kind of went to flow state there. I'm not gonna lie, they played almost kind of perfect there. Taking out the op definitely helped them, and we might have saw a little bit play with the cage, but even then, if you make it all back, what matters. You won the round, right?
Yeah, and some beautiful shots from Pyro there, especially with that little flick we saw onto.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I believe it was Mind Bros. Oh my lord.
And now Nebula's gonna be the chamber is gonna be down a lot of money after trying to invest in the op.
Yeah, if we actually see him sitting out right on this close angle, trying to catch Pyro off guard. Pyro gets Beefy Broth and Box as they line up for the headshot, and then Rin also gets another player. I couldn't quite see it in time, as it seemed like the Nebula were trying to take control of Showers, but that kind of backfires, as did the hookah play. The unupgraded Elder Flame coming in and then Tristan just gets the spray while crouching onto Mind Bros. Just neon shenanigans, honestly. The bomb has also been planted. I completely missed that. And now, yet again, it's a 4v1 situation for Sir Down Bad here. 5 bullets in Tristan's gun. And Sir Down Bad looks like he's just going to save the gun here. Yeah, their eco is kind of in shambles, especially after that op buy. They might just want to retain at least one gun. Maybe it can help him snowball around. And we do see 2 UA players are trying to hunt him down here to get the gun out of his hands, but he's in a pretty far position. As we do see Tristan like running, maybe expecting him to be in long. But Sir Down Bad's just kind of sitting in the same corner. It's like the same corner that he caught Tristan off guard and pistol around in the first half. But yeah, no, they do manage to keep one gun, and I mean, it's better than nothing, but you're still playing against 5 rifles, you know?
And I don't know if you missed it, Massimo, but I believe Box's flash also hit Beefy Broth, because from my perspective,
I think it was a half flash.
It was a half flash, but even then, Pyro was also half flash, so at that point, it's a 50-50. You know, you always want to try and make it in your favor, so it's very unfortunate that
let me tell you
Pyro
why.
walked up that much.
Let me tell you why it didn't work like that. Because Pyro was pushed up so much, they peaked expecting them to be maybe a little bit farther down that short angle, and Pyro pushed up and caught the best timing possible. So you see Tristan very aggressive dashing into sight here, trying to take out Box, and Box running away. Tristan kind of aware of the fact that Box probably has support now. Now kind of just holding this angle, taking a little bit of an aggressive peek. The dog comes in, gets the stun, and can't quite get anyone. Box does get the kill on to Tristan. And then Stevens gets Sir Down Bad. So it's a 4v4 situation now. However, the Nebula do have yet another rifle. We see Rin with the lurk through A. Mind Bros with the Bucky on Stevies. They never cleared out 2. Pyro gets Box. Beefy Broth gets Pyro. Pyro pops the res. But Ta gets Beefy Broth. And then the lurk still come in. He's expecting it, but Rin wins the gunfight still. And now it's just... Oh my lord, Rin, beautiful lurk there and gets the final kill on Mind Bros there, who did manage to pick up a Phantom because of that. You know, UAlbany didn't clear the tube there. That was pretty sloppy, but luckily it didn't appear to backfire for him. And we do see the Nebula taking a timeout now.
It's getting very close to the end.
11-8 in UAlbany's favor, so we are gonna see how they can try and reevaluate the strategy. Look at Pyro's stat line here on Clove, 23-11 with 0 assists.
I know nothing, right?
That's crazy. As a Smokes player, you should be getting the most assists on your team.
I was gonna say, because the Smokes usually give you a
we
lot
actually
of
see
assists.
Tristan on the duelist with the most assists on UA.
Very interesting indeed. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
What are you gonna do there?
Hey, listen. I don't care if you have no assists. If you're dropping 23 with 11 deaths, you don't have to assist at all. That's completely fine. You have full permission to bait the entire team.
Not to mention, Clove having a res and all, you'd think they'd also have the most deaths because they're, getting one more every often. They have the second least amount of deaths on Albany other than Stevie's, which is crazy to say because Stevie's is a dive duelist. You would think the dive duelist would, have more.
Yeah, very interesting things happening with the UAlbany's
and nationals, by the way.
Stats, by the way. Yeah, this is nationals, but. No, and we have never seen Rin on the team before. Usually we see Narch.
Yeah.
And I guess Narch either couldn't make it or isn't a starting player anymore.
Let's go for the throat.
Especially on Bind here, Narch probably wasn't the... I don't want to say he was not the greatest player, but he probably just didn't mesh well with the rest of the team, at least on this map. I'm not sure what his role in the team is anymore, but as I'm saying that, Tristan pops the ult, gets Mind Bros on site, gets Sir Down Bad as well. And now I think knows the present, gets Allow. The spray, kind of unfortunate there for Allow. Oh my lord. The ult comes in, slides out. The ult is going to run out. Only has a stinger to his name now. The pop flash is going to come in. Full blind, spraying at the wall. You can see now. Gets taken out by a pre-fire from being dropped from the force. And then Patat couldn't quite get out, but it doesn't matter because after Box gets to pick on Stevie, Patat just gets boxed. And that, I mean, look, Pyro got his first assist that round.
One more.
No, and now it's 12-8 in UA. Yeah, so UAlbany very, I mean that Neon, honestly, like that's crazy. We did see Allow kind of get an unfortunate spray there. This is the type of thing that happens to me every single game. But yeah, so there's not much to say about that round. Kind of just UAlbany ran very fast, and the Nebula weren't ready for it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like ranked strats, and we're in the nationals. Like, I don't.
Simplicity works sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes simple is best. You see Allow get Stevie's, Rin get Beefy Broth, Allow get Rin, and then Pyro gets Allow. So now we're already in a 3v3 situation, 18 seconds into the round. And we see Pyro one shot on site, overheal, but it is gonna run out. Probably gonna get healed by Patat here, trying to avoid the raise grenade. Tristan sliding into showers, trying to see if there's anyone there. And now, aware of Mindbo's positioning, the C's doesn't quite hit, but the cabbage hits him and gets taken out by Mindbros. The Sir down bad also gets Pyro. Patat gets Sir bad down. Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Patat almost had it there, but the crosshair placement was messed up after having to shoot at the Han. And the Nebula managed to stay alive for at least one more round. Yeah.
Honestly, I think ever since Patat switched to this initiator role, although it looks like he's not doing a lot, you know, the KD's not too high. KD's, you know, in at least in a team setting like this, KD's not all that. If he's flashing correctly, if he's getting info for his team, he's doing his job. And I think from what we've been seeing, I think he's doing it much better than he did on Neon. He was playing a while ago.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and a little unfortunate now that Neon got buffed, he's off it, but you know, Tristan is putting the work in.
Well, actually, Neon Nerf is coming out soon as well, and
very much needed.
We're actually getting this map taken out of the comp in replacement of Ascent.
I do like Ascent, but Bind's
Bind is Bind, you know.
I don't like Fracture. Fracture.
Oh my God, look at what UAlbany's doing right now. 4-man down shower is just on site already before we could even react to it. Beefy Broth kind of just stuck in this corner. Stevie's is an Odin. This is very very funny by UA here. They kind of just want to close out this map maybe and get on to the next one. They did get the plant down. We do see that very long HP. Stevie's and Hookah, or sorry, not Hookah, in lamps with the Odin. Beefy Broth gets Pyro, so that's one of the smokes for UA. Patat gets Sir down bad, and Stevie's with the Odin spray gets Beefy Broth, I believe, through Sir down bad. And then Patat gets Box, and now it's just Allow in a 1v2 situation. Gets Patat, and then Stevie's with that Odin just gets the 3K onto Allow. And your Great Danes are taking map 1. Well, I don't know why it says 13-0, but
we're just like that.
yeah, we're just like that. And the Great Danes have gone up 1 map to none. We will be back in a few minutes with map 2. And we're back for map 2 of the Great Danes versus the Nebula. For this map, we're on split. And UAlbany is going to start on attack this time as opposed to bind, where they start on defense. And split is a map we don't really see too often, at least from UAlbany. And yeah, good. We're not a big fan of this map either, Adrian. But
we're seeing Sage.
Oh, well, Sage isn't a crazy pick. We see Sage on both teams. Sage is a pretty standard pick on split. That wall in mid is very popular, but Vito is an interesting pick for sure.
They're probably predicting the Sage pick here for the wall because Vito Conduit can just break up the wall. That's probably the intention. But still, Vito otherwise is going to be interesting to see how much utility he can bring. I do think he'll be pretty good here. Ray's nade will get eaten and the ult potentially. Fade in the
Raze and Sage and Fade are very standard picks on this map. So we do see those 3 agents are the same for both teams, along with Omen. Omen is also, I believe, the best smoker on this map just because of the TP plays you can do.
Yeah, I agree.
There's so many things you can do with Omen on this map. We do see Pyro remaining on the controller role, and we do see as well that Stevie's is just the only duelist still, and Tristan pivots to the Sentinel. Although Vito can definitely be played as a more aggressive Sentinel as well. Maybe not to the level of Chamber, but just like so much to be done with Vito. He's definitely a very underrated attack side Sentinel. Everyone always says that he doesn't really do much on attack, and I have to disagree because I don't know. I just think he's very powerful. He's very underrated, and I believe he has the best ult in the game, especially for only 7 points.
Yeah, if you're really good at aiming,
we see UAlbany. Yeah, we do see Tristan holding the conduit here to break the Sage wall. We are going to see the Sage wall get broken immediately. Very good pick by UAlbany here. Yeah, we do see 3 players in vents along with the Sage and one nade. They're so worried about mid control.
The nade was just
nade was a little short. And we do see Box again coming with the heal. Now we see UAlbany walking back towards B. Look at all of the Nebula players just stacked outside of mid. Kind of crazy here. And Tristan with the lurk. Oh, please don't peek this Tristan. Oh my lord. Oh no. And we only see Mind Bros, the sole person holding B side right now. Tristan peeks, gets Sir down bad. That's the smokes down for the Nebula, and then gets traded out by Lau. Smokes coming in for UAlbany here, so they are going to be able to take this B site. And now we see 2 Nebula players. This wall is not the greatest. Usually you should be going at diagonal. The nade coming in, almost getting Stevie's. It does get him off the wall though. Rin gets taken out by Mind Bros. Pretty predictable angle there. Patak gets the trade on Mind Bros. Baby Broth gets the trade on Patak. And then Box gets Stevie's and Box gets Pyro. So that's a very quick retake for the Nebula here. And honestly, I think what happened, or the main reason we lost there is, if you look at the wall, that wall needs to kind of be more like straight through CT. Like, it can't be out on site. You kind of want to throw it vertically into CT, so they have to break all those portions of that wall to get there, and it's really good for stall.
I can see that.
Yeah, and now, so when you have the opportunity to throw that wall, usually it's used to get the entry onto B site, to try and split the site in half to avoid getting shot from multiple angles. But if you have the opportunity to throw into CT, that's the wall you need to be throwing.
Time to explode.
And now we see very standard play by UAlbany here, just 5-man running down A. It looks like they're gonna go on like a half buy, half save, or half force, half save here. This is really good to do on when you lose pistol, because you kind of want to gauge how teams defend either side. And we just do see them get onto site pretty much for free. So Down Bad does take some damage through the smoke, and they're gonna get the plant money down. Whether they win the round or not remains to be seen, but we do see lots of people retaking from ramps, and we do see Pyro holding the flank. Not anymore though. Turns around, might get caught off guard here. Does. BB brought a little bit of a whiff there, but Pyro isn't able to react in time. Now there's 4 outside of CT, retaking full flash from Box. Mind Bros gets Stevie's. Mind Bros gets Patal with the classic sneak to the sidearm. Tristan gets Mind Bros, and then Allow gets Tristan. So Allow with the Phantom here as well. That was a very aggressive buy and did not get punished for that. Never punished. And now, this is kind of a bad situation for UAlbany here, because even though they will be on their buy here, or at least most of them will, the Nebula still have rifles after that aggressive buy, or mostly Spectres. We have 1 Phantom in play for the Nebula, but as we know, 1 rifle is all it takes sometimes to just snowball around. And we've seen what some of these players can do with these weapons here. Like, You know, and it looks like UAlbany's gonna slam A here again, and this time they're gonna have guns, so maybe they're just gonna play a little bit more confidently. Pyro getting caught off guard there. Fox with the Spectre, kind of just not able to capitalize due to the effective range of the weapon, but yeah, Pyro didn't even take much damage there at all, to be honest. And they are going to get the bomb down planted in the corner back site. Pyro just still remaining here. Allow gets Pyro with the aggressive peek. Kind of a good timing. Tristan silent dropping into vents. The trip sees Mind Bros. And then Tristan drops down. Mind Bros with some theatrics. Gets taken out by Tristan still. Beefy Broth pushing Tristan. Gets taken out. That wasn't a very smart play, if I'm being honest. Another player hunting down Tristan. Sir Down Bad finally gets Tristan down after Tristan was able to get 2. Allow gets Rin. Now it's just a 2v3 in favor of the Nebula again. Patah gets Allow trying to saturate the site. And then Patah gets Sir Down Bad. Box gets Patah. And then Steve closes up the round by getting boxed. So, well, you know, again, not the greatest round for the Great Danes there, simply because they just dropped most of their rifles. 4 out of 5. And now, theoretically, the Nebula are just going to be on a full buy here, apart from Sir Down Bad, who only has a Stinger here, which it seems like Sir Down Bad maybe will want to take like an aggressive close-range play. It looks like he's playing mid here. Maybe he's going to do some sort of TP with the Stinger, because, you know, at close range, that Stinger is going to be more effective than a Phantom or a Vandal will. But I'm not sure. Like, either way, the Nebula definitely have a stronger buy here, and compared to UAlbany. And we do see UAlbany taking lots of space mid. The bomb is trapped towards A. Rin is the only player on A. Stevie's gets Sir Down Bad. That's a great pick from him. Stevie's is in vents. Actually, UAlbany is just the entirety of UAlbany is in vents. And Rin picks up the bomb, kind of probably just trying to figure out where to go with it. UAlbany does have control of Heaven.
I think there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of good space. Beefy Broth catches Tristan off guard with the conduit out. And now Box gets a lucky timing there, like getting off that. Beefy Broth gets Stevie's as well. And then Box gets
one enemy remaining.
Box gets Pyro as well. And Rin gets Box. Rin gets Beefy Broth as well. It's a 1v2 situation for Rin here with the bomb in hand. 40 seconds to play with. Could go over towards B. Not sure if he'll opt to do so. Doesn't clear the left side and allow Whale to take Rin out. And that's another round for the Nebula here. So they're up 3-1 now.
No, yeah, I think Albany is like, they take space, but then they just don't capitalize on it. As we saw, they had all of ramp and Heaven taken, but then somehow lost the round. I don't know how the space got retaken. We weren't exactly looking at that. But losing a crucial spot like that, especially on split, like Heaven here covers so much. You cover most, you know, you cover the rotate from CT. You can see most of site and the back corner there. The only place the enemy can play is vents and screen. The vents is not too beneficial for them. So
yeah, and we see Mind Bros and Allow making an aggressive play out of garage here with the fade the fade dog and the satchel peek, and they're just gonna throw the Roomba out as well. I mean, you know, UAlbany's on a save here. They're definitely gonna be playing this default. Try and get a pick, maybe get their hands on a gun. Try to get as much info as possible as well. There's 2 mid players for the left. Pyro with the whiff on Allow. And Allow also gets Stevie's who peeked for the trade, but then Patah gets the kill with the classic onto Allow, who gets taken out by Mind Bros. So now yet again it's Rin left in a 1v4 situation, and then Sir Down Bad finalizes the round yet again. So I do expect UAlbany to take a timeout here. Simply, if not this round, then, and if they drop this next round, then it probably will be next round. Simply because they've been losing so many rounds. It's like even with guns, which actually, you know why they haven't called a timeout? Because this is probably the first round in a while we're gonna see both teams have rifles. If they do lose this round, I anticipate they will take that timeout. Just because they need to figure out what's going wrong.
Bring them down.
To fix it. And we do see them 5-man running down A. And we do see Sir Down Bad take out Tristan early. I'm not sure why Tristan's peeking first. He just gets Box, Allow gets Stevie's. Showstoppers pop, gets Rin through the smoke. Yeah. No, I mean, it's just...
It's ready to look like a terrible, I say.
My ultimate is ready.
Yeah, and then Sir Down Bad gets the orb. It's just like... Wow, the push just got completely neutralized. And we do see Mind Bros rotating back over towards going back into heaven. But BB Broth gets pyro as well with the Phantom. Patak gets allow. Not a quick peek on the trade. Patak gets BB Broth as well. Fade Dog comes in. 7 bullets left in the Vandal. They are holding a crossfire here. Dang, through the wall. That's Mind Bros. Patat. Oh my god. Patat almost had the round of his life there to get UAlbany back in the game. Unfortunately losing out on the last person. That was almost a miracle for the Great Danes there. That honestly, if Patat won that round, I might have lost my mind. Because those were some great shots. Honestly, that was unlucky. The dink through the wall.
Yeah.
That didn't even look like it was a wall bang. At least not through the observer's perspective. Like, that... It wasn't... Yeah, no. I mean, either way, move on to the next round. We do see UAlbany taking lots of mid space here. The slow comes in, trying to stall it out. Tristan takes some spray damage through the smoke. And then the blind comes in from Sir Down Bad. Again, just more stall. UAlbany just getting stalled out at every single turn here. So I know I was talking about that Vito can be aggressive on attack, but this is the part where maybe having a second duelist would be a lot more beneficial than a Vito here.
I agree. And something I wanted to bring up is that this is Albany's map pick. They pick split. Yeah,
box, really good shot in there. Stevie's gets box finally. BB Broth gets Tristan. Patat gets BB Broth, and then Allow just gets Patat and Stevie's. It's just like, they're also just not getting their trades. Even though UAlbany does have worse weapons, like, you need to be peeking everything together and ideally getting those trades. And now it's just Pyro left in a 1v3 situation. Pyro is in heaven here on the B site. Mind Bros is kind of aware of his positioning. Spray comes in. Pyro gets a really nice shot with the Deagle. Now just in a 1v2 situation with nothing but a Deagle. Did he pick up the Phantom? I believe he did, yes. Okay. Allow. Sprays comes in from Pyro. Some health taken off of Allow there. Sir Down Bad. In vents. Not quite holding the crossfire. Now he's peeking. There's 12 seconds left on the clock. Honestly, Pyro might have benefited more if he just took the bomb and then ran to his site. Yeah, at this point, nothing much he can do. Or sorry, not took the bomb, but at least like ran to his site and ulted onto the bomb to try and get the plant down. Especially because when you get the bomb down, you can play from anywhere on site. Your position is very mysterious. If you're in mid, they know where you are. Yes, you get that exit frag and you get the bomb down, but you still lose the round, and that's not really something you can afford to do when you're already down 5-1. This has not been a very good attack half for the UAlbany Great Danes here.
I agree with what you said before about them not peeking angles. We see every time they go into A, Tristan's just left in the open. You know, 2 people peeking at him, and nobody's trading him. If he's gonna die for something, at least let it be a trade. But like you said, there's just nothing happening off these trades, or these picks, sorry.
Cover going out.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, the way that the Nebula have been playing here is just superior, frankly.
Right.
And we do see UAlbany again just doing this mid play and getting stalled out yet again, which is to be expected because obviously Beefy Broth is going to be playing heaven there with that slow. Tristan with some spray damage on Sir Down Bad, nothing too crazy. Throws the TP, gonna reposition to that little off angle, but just opposite drop down immediately, and then Allow gets Pyro and Tristan gets Box gets Tristan. And it's already a 3v5. Rin res Pyro to try and make it a 4v5, try and get them back in this round.
Face your fear!
3 Nebula players. The K-ball comes in for Patat. Patat gets Beefy Broth. Allow gets Patat. Stevie's gets Mind Bros, and then Allow gets
One enemy
so yet again, oh my lord. I can't even like keep up.
There's just no like.
It's just a massacre.
I agree. It's definitely something. Massacre's a little harsh, but it's also frankly true.
It's a massacre. That round was a 5v3 until the res came in, and then they only lost 2 people even after that, and then they still won the trade-offs. Like that is really, it's really bad for UAlbany. I mean, it's just, I don't know. And I don't know why they're not taking a timeout either. They need to figure something out. Like, this is not great at all. And you know, obviously I go to this school. I want UAlbany to win this, but if I'm being completely honest, like the way they're playing right now, at least on attack, I don't see them winning this map.
Do you think that's why they're not using a timeout? Maybe they just want to get this over with, do you think?
No, definitely not.
Ideally, that's a very bad idea.
Ideally you want to win everything. We do see them slow walking outside of fence. Taking a slower approach seems to work more. They do get another trade with the Deagle. Unfortunately, Rin wasn't able to get their hands on that Phantom before having to retreat back into fence. And now we see Box slow drop into fence. And then we see Patak get Allow, and then Beefy Broth get Rin. Pyro get Beefy Broth. So this is the first time UAlbany's kind of been up. Sir Down Bad gets Stevens, and then Patak gets a trade on Sir Down Bad, just drops the Guardian for another Guardian. Patak gets Sir Down Bad, as I said, but now it's just a 2v1 in favor of UAlbany for the first time in a while.
Planted.
Pyro gets caught off guard, but Box with the whip on the Phantom, and Pyro gets the kill. So UAlbany finally wins another round, 7-2. They're gonna want to close this half out at 7-5. I mean, if they want any hope of winning, to be honest.
No, it's very unfortunate they can't use such momentum on attack anymore because there's only 3 rounds left. You know, as we saw from Nebula, the momentum they had from defense, you know, carried them in almost 7 games. So unless Albany can, you know, transition to defense pretty well, which they possibly can, they do have, you know, 2 Sentinels going into this. But Vito, like you talked about, not, you know.
Oh my lord! Crazy satchels from Stevie's there, and then Tristan gets Beefy Broth trying to kill Stevie's, and then Stevie's with the judge just gets Allow. So finally, this aggressiveness down mid is actually working out in UAlbany's favor. And Mindbro is kind of just trying to take space in Garage here, being held by 2 UAlbany players. Gets the kill on Tristan, the kind of panic spray from Tristan there, I think. Pyro gets the trade though, however. And now Pyro is kind of just on the site. 4v2. Patak gets Box, so Down Bad gets Pyro. 3v1 situation now for UAlbany. They just need to all peek this together, and they'll literally just win the round.
But not line up.
Yeah, and definitely not line up. And then Sir Down Bad gets 1, but Stevie's gets the trade. So UAlbany played that exactly how they had to. And now it's 7-3. So maybe this game's looking a little bit more winnable now.
But what exactly did they change so that they're getting more wins, you think? You think they're just hitting their shots now?
Honestly, yeah. It could just simply come down to the fact they're winning their gunfights now. I mean, we did see the spray coming in from Mind Bros there kind of not working out. The wall was broken, and then Mind Bros got taken out while trying to spray. Or was it Beefy Broth? I can't quite remember who it was, but they got taken out while trying to spray at the satcheling raise. And then got, you know, and then Stevie's, who was satcheling, just ran into the bench. Stevie's now aggressive. Pops the showstopper. Running elbow. Gets boxed with the showstopper. And now it's already a 5v4 in favor of UAlbany. So they were playing aggressive before and it wasn't working, but now it is. So I'm not sure what they changed up, to be honest. But now we see UAlbany just on this site completely. And we have seen that the Nebula love retaking this site. The showstopper's popped for Allow. Tristan gets the pick on Allow. Tristan also popped the veto ult. Beefy Broth gets Pyro with the counter, and Tristan gets Sir Down Bad. So now it's just Mind Bros and Beefy Broth in a 2v4 situation against the veto ult. Beefy Broth only with the Bucky, to be honest. And Mind Bros gets taken out by Tristan on off that peak. And Beefy Broth just popping that wall to grab a Vandal and run away with it. Because you have to think, their ecos. Oh my lord, Tristan the trip! Oh my god, beautiful play by Tristan there. With the 4K after popping the veto wall. That trip didn't get popped. There was no flank that round. So the trip was still active. And it just stopped Beefy Broth there from being able to run away with that Vandal.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I'm sure Beefy Broth is, you know, all the way at Texas is very mad about that one.
Yeah.
To run away, think you skipped the Vandal just to get caught by the chokehold is not fun at all.
No, definitely not. And you know that chokehold, it's such a powerful trip. It's a Fade Seize plus, or no, it's literally just a Fade Seize. Except it's a trip instead of a throwable. And it decays you and it deafens you. It's kind of crazy. Mind Bros with the drop on site, positioning's made known. Stevie's kind of just holding here from afar. We see Sir Down Bad get a pick, and then you only get 2 more. I wasn't keeping up with the Sophie, to be honest. Stevie's shots on Mind Bros. Mind Bros is very low. Mind Bros gets Stevie's. Pyro gets boxed. Patak gets Mind Bros, and then Pyro gets Beefy Broth. And you always actually just gonna pop the oh, sorry. It was last round. I didn't even realize. So yeah, I mean, UAlbany that half went about as best as it possibly could after they dropped down to 7-1. I mean, honestly, yeah.
It's not a bad spot, and like I was
no, definitely not.
about before, the 2 Sentinel advantage.
Double
here.
Sentinel on split is
We're
very
gonna have
powerful.
to see how well Vito can play more into Sentinel side this time. Unsure to say, but also too, like we saw last time, or at least what we saw Albany do. We're gonna have to see how Allow can use Raze to kind of open up the map here. It's gonna be hard to say. The double initiator from Nebula here. I wonder just how good Sky is gonna come in here. Split's I think a difficult map for Sky. There's some weird interactions I find, and pretty good for
Mindbro's early pick on Stevie's in
here.
Garage. That's a deagle down as well for the Nebula. Maybe you don't want to be taking those aggressive peeks in a nationals game. That's more like a ranked thing to do. We do see Rin not get cleared out by the Sky Dog. Oh my God! Doesn't take the knife out. That's so surprising to me. Allow gets the kill on Rin, and now Sir Down Bad is gonna get the heal from Bach. So unfortunately, Rin was only able to get 1 kill there, not even 1.5, just because of the heal coming in. And now it's a 1v4 already for Pyro. Pyro gets 1 with the classic. Now he's gonna get swung by the entire enemy team and gets taken out by Allow. So yeah, honestly, the make or break there was the fact that maybe Rin didn't get the greatest luck with those right clicks, but also the fact that Rin definitely could have taken out their knife and stabbed that guy in the back before dying instead of trying to reload the classic and run after him. But I mean, again, like I said in the bind game, this game is very coulda, woulda, shoulda-esque. You can't really dwell on a round and be like, oh, if I did this, if I did that, because again, at the end of the day, that's not what you did. And you learn from your mistakes, and then the next time you make that play, you know what to do. But all that being said, we did see UAlbany just gamble stack on A, expecting them to slam A with their buy, but nope.
Go get him.
Nebula is actually just on the B site now, and they're going to be planning for Garage as well, which is a very favorable plan.
They lost a lot of util coming to site. We saw.
They did throw lots of util. Pyro gets the classic kill on Rock or HD. See, this Sage wall is the wall that I was referring to in the first half. It's more diagonal. Anyway, we see Box and Sir Down Bad get 3 kills combined, and then Sir Down Bad finalizes the 3K with the Spectre. So yeah, again, that round is not supposed to be won by UAlbany. And how many guns did they get down? 2? It's not the greatest eco, but now they're on their bye, so maybe they can try and snowball a couple rounds.
Something at the very least.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen them successfully win save rounds before, so it's not completely. Well, it's a little different now. They have rifles before, it's like a bunch of Spectres and Sheriffs, so it's gonna be a little interesting. But funny enough, Albany actually has the better guns here. So, but unfortunately, if they do lose this round, their eco is gonna be basically crushed, if I had to say.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they need to win this round. This round is a must-win for UAlbany here.
At least get some momentum.
If they want to stay in the game. And now we've been seeing them slam sites, we've been seeing the Nebula slam sites, but now they're playing a little bit more slow. Allow is peeking into vents, not taking the vent space though, possibly aware of the fact there might be a vents player sitting on the close right angle. We do see the Fade Dog come in from Patat, and it does see one of the Nebula players. So UAlbany's aware of the positioning of at least one player, knowing that they're on A. The wall does come in as well for Beefy Broth, as we see Rin get a pick on Allow, which is really well played. Rin also gets Sir Down Bad, so that's a smokes down. Mindbros gets Stevie's, and now Rin is kind of just alone on site. Now he's going to take a gunfight with Mindbros, and Rin gets the 3K on Mindbros. So we do see Rin with some nice marksmanship this game. Gets pop flashed by the Sky in heaven. Both players are in heaven for Nebula. The Eye comes in, gets shot out. UAlbany is fully on the B site, which is kind of a mistake actually, because now Nebula can just run over to A and get a free plant down.
Especially on split, like I feel like they should know better. If they know.
No, you can't over rotate like this. You need at least the veto to anchor the site. You know what I mean? And now we see Beefy Broth making the correct play here, like just playing aggressive, trying to get a pick and equalize the game a little bit more. But now just backing off, hearing multiple people running at him. Jump keeps on Patat, gets taken out by Patat, unfortunately for Beefy Broth there. And now Bach from the Spectre backside gets taken out by Tristan. So even though UAlbany made a mistake there, they did not get punished for it. So either way, that is a round win for UAlbany. And as we said, this round was a must-win for them. So ideally now they're going to try and take this momentum and win a few more rounds. I do think UAlbany needs to play a little bit less aggressive on defense, though. Like, those over-rotates could come back to bite them if, for example,
Transfer ready.
the Nebula had weapons there, or sorry, rifles. Like, that
Yeah,
could
and anything a little bit better than what they had normally.
Transfer ready.
And I think, Nebula's just got to be a little bit careful. Although they are in a good advantage state, it's not totally in their hands. So it's going to be a little difficult here. Especially that now they're on the flip side. If they lose this round, their eco is going to be set back a few rounds. You don't really want to
and we
that.
do see the res online for Rin as well. So that could be used at any time to try and secure this round for the Great Danes.
Agreed.
And again, we do see the Nebula playing a default. The Sage Wall is mostly broken. I believe it got shot out by I'm forgetting his name actually. That's my mistake. It's Allow. Yeah, my fault. But see Beefy Broth do a quick little jiggle on Pyro there. Pyro does spot Beefy Broth. Pyro is waiting to throw the smoke, I believe, just because you don't want to waste the util if you don't think they're coming onto the site. Oh, he used them already?
I believe when we flipped to him, he had no smokes.
Wow, well, either way, Tristan gets a pick, Allow gets Rin, so that is the res offline, so that's a 4v4 situation. Pyro just got his one smoke back. So yeah, he probably threw them early round, actually. The Sky Dog comes into sight for Nebula. The blind comes in. Pyro's just going to have to respect it and give them the sight, but Tristan shoots Allow in the back. Beautiful, beautiful timing there for Tristan. Now Pyro is just stuck in CT, maybe trying to catch an over-aggressive player off guard. Spray comes in. I'm not sure if he hit Beefy Broth there.
Maybe one bullet.
Yeah, in the leg maybe. Terrible satchel from Stevie's there.
Very unfortunate.
Respectfully, but Pyro gets stared down bad for the trade, so I guess it wasn't.
Last player standing.
Beefy Broth gets Tristan, and then Pyro gets Beefy Broth. Pyro is trading out Stevie's Beefy right now, and then Pyro gets Box. So beautiful 3K there. 2 of those kills were trades as well. So that was very well played by Pyro there, and that just secured them around. So 9-7. I would say UAlbany's back in this game.
No, I agree. And we were talking about before when they're on attack, these trades would definitely determine the match. And now that Pyro's successfully, training his teammates properly, unlike what they did on attack, it's it's showing that it's maybe what has determined this match. And we actually see a pause. Sorry, a timeout.
A timeout taken by the Nebula. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're getting a little scared that Albany's getting a little bit of momentum. I would too. Like I said.
Well, yeah, especially when you're already down 1 map to none.
Yeah.
You kind of ideally here for the Nebula, they're gonna want to force a map 3. Mm-hmm. I want UAlbany to win so I can go home. But no, I'm just kidding. I mean, no, I want UAlbany to win, but it's nothing like that.
A lot of truth in that sentence. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, the Nebula here, they're on a bad eco now. I mean, we do see that most of them have deagles. Allow has a Phantom, but I'm anticipating he's probably just going to sell it for a weaker weapon since he can't even get shield with that. Or util probably. But, I mean, yeah, and we do see UA just fully on Vandals and full shield. And, yeah, so I believe there's a humongous chance that UAlbany wins this next round, which will mean it's 9-8. And at that point, they're just going to have so much momentum that they can maybe just steamroll the rest of the game.
Agreed.
Like,
especially in moments like this,
Yeah, Valorant's such a huge momentum game. Like, if you get confidence from winning rounds, that will carry on into the next rounds. And that will just give you that boost you need to win. So yet again, we do see Nebula playing default. Stevie's aggressive peek gets Mind Bros. That's already one of the initiators down for the Nebula. And that's just 10 seconds into the round, not even. Lots of utility being thrown. Tristan gets Beefy Broth, playing aggressive onto Rams. Really good timing caught there from Tristan. And now it looks like Nebula is just going to full run onto A here. But UAlbany's ready for it. They already have 2 players on site. Tristan peeks. I don't think he got any damage, to be honest. But Pyro, off angle, gets one. Gets taken out by Allow for the trade, and then Box gets Tristan. It was actually not a great result for UAlbany. And then Allow gets the kill on Steve with the clash. Patak gets Allow. Took a lot of damage, and then Rin gets Box. Okay.
Close round.
Albany almost messed that up, but it is completely fine. Do not even worry.
And like you said, the momentum is continuing for Albany, and a big thing for Nebula, they're probably a little demoralized and getting a little nervous that they're going to throw in Nationals. pressure like that does get to someone.
Yeah, and
it's natural.
Like we do see 5 ults online for Nebula here.
I know they really gotta use that, and but
and almost 5 ults online for UAlbany here.
However, if Nebula commits too many ults to the round and they lose, not only will they be down a lot of ults, probably can't get it back until the end. They're also gonna be down to eco. It would be a very bad state for Nebula. So I think once again it's one of these rounds where it's really gonna determine the
outcome of the game. Yeah. I mean, again, we do see Nebula taking a... It looks like they're trying to fake A here, as we see the bomb and Mind Bros. They're just kind of sitting on A, making no noise. We do see that Nebula have already made their way up ramps, 2 of the Nebula players, and then we do see Omen running back towards B, maybe trying to throw smoke for them. I'm not sure. Oh no, pop from the shadows, just to, I guess, grab some info. Stevie's is on the site. I'm not sure if they're aware of the fact that he is. Stevie's gets Mind Bros, takes his knife out for some reason, and then Beefy Broth gets the trade. And now the res is probably going to be popped here.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure.
But no bomb down.
No, they didn't get the bomb down. So that does mean UAlbany's going to have slightly more time for this retake. Tristan gets Beefy Broth, ignores the siege sale, but allow pop the show stuff and gets Pyro. Rin gets allow and Rin gets bot. Oh my god, beautiful shots from Rin. Mind Bros gets Patat. Now it's just Rin left in a 1v2. Uses the res on Pyro. Refiring some angles. Has to reload the gun. Almost gets caught. Does get caught, but doesn't die. But Sir down bad. TP's behind both of them. And kills Pyro and Rin.
Very messy, but
messy round, and 3 ults were popped from the Nebula there to win that round. So if you're UAlbany, you kind of just gotta feel good. Like you're like, oh, they needed 3 ults to win a round against us, and we still almost won.
That is true.
Like, you know, I still don't think UAlbany's confidence is really gonna be wavering from that. I mean, like I said, this map is very. Or sorry, not this map. This game is very confidence-based. It's very momentum-based. And I don't think UAlbany lost too much momentum off of that. Yes, they lost the round, but again, the Nebula had to use 3 ults to secure it. And they barely did so as well.
I think Rin was trying to peek there, but got caught with the wall or the roof or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite what happened with Rin there.
Kind of unfortunate in that regard, but tiny things like that. And we actually see Tristan going very aggressively, get picked off by Beefy.
Yeah, Tristan does get picked up by Beefy Broth. So that is the A site defense down. So maybe the Nebula are gonna want to pivot towards A, since I'm pretty sure they're aware of the fact that Tristan plays on A site.
Yeah.
Pyro using the transparent smoke mode is interesting. As you see Sir down bad using the actual smoke mode. But now we do see Nebula B site. And Beefy Broth gets Stevie's, Box gets Rin, Patat gets Allow, and then Mind Bros gets Patat. So maybe I was a little bit too confident in our team here. Maybe they did get a little bit set back by that round loss here. Yeah, and now it's just Pyro with a stinger. And now, especially because they're aware of his positioning here, goes another dog. Couldn't even get one before going down, and Mind Bros gets Pyro. So now it's 11-8 in favor of Nebula here. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure UI's eco is still decent, but
I'm not too sure. Last time I looked at it, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was really uneven there.
Well, they need to make sure they have money for next round, because next round is really the make or break round if they can't win this one.
Maybe Stevie's will get like a 3-person ult.
Get
3 rifles for Albany, which is actually possible here if he actually reads it properly and just jumps out.
Look where Stevie's is. I think that's exactly what he's doing, actually. I think this is exactly what he's doing. Oh, please. Oh, no. Mind Bros and Beefy Broth gets the picks on Stevie's and Patat. Tristan gets a trade. Tristan gets 2 with the deagle. Beautiful shots by Tristan. So now it's a 3v3, but UAlbany still don't have any guns. So it's still a 3v3 where the Nebula still have all the guns down. Have all their guns. And now they're walking back to ensure that UAlbany doesn't grab these guns. Pyro gets Beefy Broth and Allow. 1v1 situation. Pyro has health. Can pick up a gun off the ground now. Has a Phantom in his possession. 5 bullets though. Oh my lord. Crazy timings here. Being played. Jump peek is seen. Sir down bad. Throws the blind. Doesn't know if the blind hit or not. Bomb is planted for heaven. Pyro throws the smoke on the bomb. Yeah, there's only 5 bullets in the gun. Crouch peeking. Pyro, beautiful shots. Oh my god. That is great marksmanship by Pyro there just to win the round for UAlbany with 2.5 seconds remaining on the defuse.
I need nothing.
Oh my lord, Pyro and Tristan, those deagle shots.
Oh no, those were very beautiful.
Secured the round for sure.
Another thing too, I know we were a little scared about the timing there, but I think it's better that Pyro clears it because we've seen a little too often today where we haven't cleared anything and there actually was an opponent there. So I think he played that almost perfectly, you know, clearing properly, but also being aware of, you know, the common peak of that corner and successfully.
No, he did play that perfectly because when you're defusing, even if you tap, there's frames where you can't do anything. And if he just runs into you in the smoke while you're defusing, even if you're just tapping, like, you're down. So you need to kill him before you get on that defuse. And I'm sure Pyro was also aware of the timing of the bomb. Box did get to in mid as well.
Right there.
Yeah, and then lots of shots being exchanged. Pyro actually TP's behind the box. Yeah. Pyro does get served out bad. Tristan gets what? It's a 1v2 situation for Tristan now. It's just Box and I'm forgetting his name now, bro. No. It's Mind Bros. Yeah, Mind Bros versus Tristan. And now they're rotating over towards A again. There's the flash to CT. The flash does see Tristan. So now they're definitely aware of Tristan's positioning too. Tristan only has 10 bullets in the Vandal. Tristan caught a really bad timing actually. Or no, maybe it's a good timing. However, they are dogging him out, so it doesn't look like it's going to matter. The dog does catch him. 5 bullets left in the Vandal. Does reload. 1 shot. Gets shot at from heaven. Oh, yeah. Tristan gets boxed, and then Mindbros gets Tristan. And that is now match point in favor of Nebula. So, honestly, yeah, I'm not sure going CT was the right play there for Tristan. But, obviously, when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not really thinking, like, what the ideal optimal line is at all times. Like, yes, you're especially at this level, you're gonna have the game sense and be like, oh yeah, maybe this is probably the best thing to do, but also like sometimes it'll be wrong, you know. And I think we saw that happen there with Tristan, especially like getting caught out by the Sky Dog. Like, he did catch good timing on Mind Bros in heaven, but then the Sky Dog just confirmed his presence even more.
I think Stevie's has the showstopper, but unfortunately he kind of wasted it. I think he was trying to catch a mid with it, but just predicted it wrong, and unfortunately.
And now stranded mid with the judge as
no
Nebula just walk over towards A.
And nobody on Albany is on A. There's nobody on site. They're all just sitting.
Yeah,
we do
see the veto up pop. We do see a high low being held by Patat and Rin. The Sky Cat as well, confirming the presence, and now Nebula just full ran onto A.
Yeah, these retakes, we already know how bad they are.
Retaking on A is very very annoying. Sir down bad, doesn't get caught, gets Rin, and then Tristan didn't react. And oh my lord, this is a 1v2 situation, and the Nebula have taken map 2 and have forced a map 3 in the Nationals. So very, very fun start to our match tonight, and it looks like we're gonna have to stay here just a bit longer, but before then we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Be right back for map 3. And we're back. We have the webcam on now, so you guys get to see our pretty faces. And for this map number 3, we're playing on Haven. So, and actually, UAlbany have made a substitution. So now we're actually seeing Bev come in for Rin here, taking over that Sentinel role, it seems. And Haven, pretty strong map for UAlbany here. And if for any returning watchers, we know that on defense, UAlbany love running this aggressive play down A main. And we do see the double duelist comp. Obviously no Yoru this time because Yoru, again, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, just got nerfed so heavily. Not very viable anymore, especially in a competitive scene like this. But yeah, Neon is just mandatory on this map, especially because it's 3 sites, such a long rotation. And yeah, so UAlbany is just going to look to take as many rounds as possible here on attack, simply just because, you know, every 3-site map is technically attacker-sided because it's so much harder to split 5 defenders across 3 sites. And especially since it looks like that the Nebula are just going to run Chamber as their Sentinel rather than like a lockdown Senti like maybe a Killjoy or a Cypher, which is more standard on this map. We're going to have to see how they play defense on this map in general. I mean,
you say it's competitive, yet I saw a Reyna hover, and I really thought I was about to see Reyna for the first time.
Did you? I didn't even catch that.
Was hovering Reyna, which was quite scary. And the fact that even Phoenix is here, not to say that Phoenix can't serve our purpose. We have seen them use Phoenix as the second duelist. I think the last time used was on Pearl with Yoru. So it's it's gonna be a little interesting here, and they are actually going for a shutdown Sentinel. So
okay, so they did swap over to
So very similar comps here. The only main difference is that Sova
instead of Sky. Yep.
But I think
Sova is stronger.
Yeah, and I think UAlbany has a lot more experience with Sova, as we've seen. Although Waylay was usually the duelist in this scenario, Neon is just a little too strong right now to not use her.
Yeah, but Phoenix is also a pretty standard pick on this map.
That is true.
I mean, we do see that Nebula is running double initiator instead of double duelist comp. So ideally, UAlbany is going to want to take as many rounds as they physically can here because they have that aggressive double duelist comp. Yes, they only have 1 dive as opposed to 2 when they would have like Yoru or even Waylay, but still just a very aggressive comp, especially with that Sova initiation. You can shoot the dart and run. It's aggressive, and they're going to want to play this as aggressive as they can. And hopefully they're going to get some good lurks out of Bev here too. I'm not sure how warmed up Bev is, especially since this is his first game on here as well, whereas everyone else in this lobby has been playing already for 2 games and whatever other warm-ups they've been doing. So now the match starts, and we do see Tristan just instant running down C long on the site already. And BeefyBroth just respects it and gets up the site. The smoke thrown by Pyro, not exactly the greatest.
I was just gonna say it's a little off.
So they are gonna be able to play through this. So hopefully UA won't make any mistakes and keep through the smoke. But we do see the flank coming in from Allow here, who has played Raze for the first 2 maps, but now is on the Neon. Tristan on top of the box, missing a few shots. Does manage to get out before dying though. Tot gets BeefyBroth. Bev gets Mind Bros. Box gets Tristan. Pyro gets 2 on Box and start down bad. So not just a 1v4 situation for Allow, and they know where he is.
No, of course.
And they throw the high smoke to try and catch him off guard with the one-way, and it actually works out. And Pyro finalizes the 3K there with a very elaborate just pistol round win for UAlbany here.
I don't know if that was maybe the first pistol round they wanted, but it's a very effective one. And I think what made the difference there is that Allow just did the flank too slow, but he was a little scared of the KJ.
Allow was slow on the flank, and then also the fact that the site was just given up. I'm not sure KJ was set up on C there. No. I don't think Killjoy was set up on C because that definitely would have slowed it down. But now we do see BeefyBroth opting to set up on C here, or at least seemingly so. Maybe setting up is a stretch since they're only just gonna have the turret. And we do see again Tristan playing fast yet again. Stuns BeefyBroth backside. Gets shot by the turret. Ignores the turret. Oh my lord. Crazy shots from Tristan there. Stevie's with the Vandal gets Allow before Tristan gets taken out. And then Tristan playing aggressive in this smoke. Just gonna sit outside of the smoke and try and halt the retake. Mind Bros gets thrown out in Garage. Gets tagged as well with the Bucky. So, and now Tristan just slowly walking up here. Doesn't clear the close left angle. Gets taken out by Box with the right click. And then we do see Mind Bros on Box. Oh my god, spray comes in from Pyro on Box. Should have killed him on that last shot there. I'm not sure how that didn't finalize the kill, but they're both stuck in Garage. Box is very low on HP. Both of them only have shotguns. And I don't know, this retake, I'm pretty sure they're already very low on time here. And Steve is going to be able to keep this gun.
One enemy remaining.
Bev does get Mind Bros
Just
through the smoke. And now it's just Box. Box gets to kill on Bev with the judge. The range of the judge is just ridiculous. Can I mention that? Like, it's crazy. It's a shotgun, but it can kill reliably from like 10 meters away, which is ridiculous. Anyway, obviously Box's goal there was to die to the bomb, as that's like extra eco for him. But either way, UAlbany just takes the second round as well, which they're supposed to, of course. And now we just see them running straight back towards C, because they're gonna try and do this C hit again.
But funny enough is, you know, we say the KJ hasn't been setting up on C, but now they're opting to put their turret actually to cover B and not garage, which I feel like is usually where it goes. And they're not even setting up main of C. They're
so
garage.
The alarm bot is on B just for the KJ util is being used to catch a lurk, not to lock down the site, which is kind of a mistake here because they don't even know of any lurks from before. But Beefy Broth gets the tie, and then Stevie's trades out and gets Beefy Broth. And Tristan's actually playing the bot here, which is pretty funny.
Spike planted.
The ult already popping Phoenix here in round 3, and then Box just takes the ult out. Allow gets Pyro, Mind Bros gets Bev. So now it's a 2v4 in favor.
One enemy remaining.
Nebula, and then Surdown Bad gets this, and then Stevie's gets Surdown Bad on the trade. Stevie's gets Box as well, but then Allow gets the trade on Stevie's. So yeah, that was Nebula's buy round, so you would expect them to win that. But also, I mean, you know, they did get 3 guns down from the Nebula, which is really a pretty favorable result in the grand scheme of things. And now we're just going to see UAlbany's just going to get right back on a full buy. Yeah, completely full buy. Whereas the Nebula here are just going to be on a half buy pretty much.
Yeah, I was just going to say that half buy is going to be interesting. Actually, they're trying to work a way around to kind of make it even here. But, you know, it's going to be hard to say. I really think the KJ, they should really just focus their util here. Not that they have, you know, they're pretty equal in util per se. The only difference, like we said, is, you know, the Phoenix and so.
Yeah, and now we see Cobra setting up on site with the Nanoswarms, a turret. It's still having that alarm bot in the garage, I think. I'm not sure where the alarm bot is, actually, but...
I hope Tristan... No.
Oh, my lord.
No.
Tristan gets taken out by Beefy Broth and Bucky. And then that's just a free run for Beefy Broth here. And now we just see UAlbany playing a little bit slower after that initial pick, which is completely fair. Bev gets caught off guard by the push-up from Mind Bros. And Mind Bros is going to back off, anticipating the support from UA coming in pretty close. But...
Nebula getting a good read.
Now they're just in window. I'm not sure that Flash saw anyone or not. Unfortunately, we're not able to hear the game. But, yeah, now UA looks like they're going to push into garage here. There is an alarm bot, though, in garage, which is where you decide to put it. So yeah, they're aware of the garage push now. I'm not sure they're aware of how many people are in garage, but they're aware that they're pushing to garage. They are on the C site now. Flash comes in. The wall goes down at the exact wrong time. Patat gets down bad. Power gets allowed, and then Beefy Broth gets a 4K with getting 3 on the C site after picking up that Phantom from Tristan. So that's Tristan's Phantom that he just snowballed that round with. And you know, we mentioned this in the split. One rifle can snowball around, and you just clearly saw that happening in full effect with Beefy Broth here, and they locked down that C site. So now it's actually 2-2, and UAlbany is going to be forced to be on either a half buy or a save here. And, you know, that's not favorable, especially because if you're UAlbany, again, like I said at the start of the game, you want to win as many rounds as possible. So the fact that this is already equalized is a bad sign. And we do see a small default out of Tristan and Patat here. And then we just see the 3 UA players pushing up so long. But they're running into a stack of, oh my god, Stevie's already has the ult back online. I think he's been taking orbs. There's no way otherwise, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think they were faking the C site. And Tristan gets blocked. Allow gets Patat. Bev gets a trade on Allow. That's a really good shot from long distance. Tristan gets Beefy Broth, and then Surdown Bad gets Tristan. So it's a 2v3 in favor of UA, actually. Pyro gets caught off guard by Mind Bros yet again. Mind Bros having some very good timing this game. Mind Bro's anticipating the A take, and UA Bev just ready. He jiggled the peak reasonably so. Stevens gets Mind Bros, and then Bev only had 1 bullet left in the Vandal, I think. Gets taken out by Surdown Bad. So that's a 1v1 situation, and Stevie's has no bullets in the gun.
He dropped like a 20 bullet gun for nothing.
You just wanted the Primordia, maybe?
I think they were
I understand. Yes, Stevie's eyeing up ahead. Looks back at CT, and then Sir Down Bad just gets that beautiful shot on Stevie's. Really good reaction time from him there. But yeah, so that's another round for Nebula there, which, as we stated, you really don't want it to happen if you're UA. But I'm looking now. We're on the top middle of the screen right now.
Sweet, perfect.
We're covering the round score, so if you guys need an update, it's currently 3-2 in favor of the Nebula.
And we're already taking
UAlbany is taking a timeout, so yeah, I mean it's a fair timeout because I
guess, yeah.
You shouldn't be losing rounds.
No,
you know
of
what
course.
I'm saying? So it's a completely fair timeout, but whether this timeout changes anything remains to be seen. So I mean, what do you think they need to be doing differently here, Adrian?
I mean, I was going to mention that, like you said, it's probably better that they do the timeout on the buy round, so it's Evil and Vandals and Rifles. Hard to say. I think, we talked about a while ago where they kind of abused C, and it did work to some point. And now that it's not working, they keep kind of forcing.
They haven't really pivoted, yeah.
Yeah, they're forcing it, and it's not really working out for them, and they are losing their gunfights. That's a big thing, too. So I think now what they're going to try and pivot to do is maybe abuse Phoenix and Sewers a bit since he can play those corners really well. But once again, it's going to be very difficult. And like I mentioned before, Neon on defense with that rotate capability also doesn't help. With having KJ and Sky who can kind of deter the time a little bit and allow Neon to rotate, it doesn't help even further.
And another thing to note, Nebula have 3 ults online, including the KJ lockdown, whereas UA only have the Neon ult, which is, already another disadvantage for UAlbany. I think the eye got messed up a little bit there from Mind Bros, but we see UA again, kind of just forcing this C, and we do see 3 Nebula players on C, and then the push up from the other 2 into A. So there is currently no one on B. Obviously, UA isn't aware of this, but hopefully they can get a good read or just get the info that they need to convincingly take that B site. And now we see Patat rotating back over towards C with the bomb as we see 3 UA players out mid. Tristan sliding into garage. It's just running out of garage. Get the observer towards the C site right now. Tristan gets blocked with the ult. Scrumback gets Tristan. Bev gets BB Broth. Pyro gets Sir Down Bad. And Pyro gets some good shots there. It's a 4v2 now. And the entire team just ran down C long.
Maybe I was wrong in my assumption because they actually went back C and it worked this time.
Well, I think what happened is they made Nebula kind of a little bit nervous because of how slow they were playing, whereas they've usually been playing pretty fast. Drone comes in for Patat. Allow gets a pick on Stevie. That's really nice for them. Either way, Mind Bros gets Bev through the ult, but it looks like Patat
Last player standing.
Pyro gets Mind Bros through the garage.
Standing.
Now it's just a 1v1 situation for Allow and Pyro. The ult isn't online for Patat here, which is kind of unfortunate. Patat just trying to stall, but the bomb is halved, and then Allow gets Patat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gets it here, yeah. If the bomb wasn't halved, he doesn't get it, but...
It was 1.27 seconds left on the
yeah,
bomb there.
maybe, I'm thinking maybe Patat thought he could get the ult online, maybe get a kill there. Because if he gets that ult online, that's the round 1,
But I feel like he probably should have just scared Allow. A lot of the times, you do want to kill the person that doesn't have, but I think even scaring Allow one more time so Patat could confirm the kill, because if he peeks one more time and knows he has to stick it, if he gets off, he loses.
Yeah,
if he
realistically,
he loses.
you should be jump peeking there.
One more time.
Yeah, they know of Sir Down Bad up top on the gen, I'm pretty sure. At least I think Stevie saw him there. It looks like there's basket feed here, which is, it's a new thing that they haven't done yet. Sir Down Bad. Oh my lord. Mind Bros gets the lucky kill on Tristan there. So that is bomb is down on site. And, oh my lord. This is a TP hold. Yeah. And Bev gets Allow, so now it's a 3v3, but Patat is very low on HP. And they see Sir Down Bad. Sir Down Bad has to get off the angle. What the heck? Sir Down Bad gets Pyro after jumping around. I'm not even sure what happened there. But Sir Down Bad very low, gets taken out by Bev. So now it's a 2v2 situation. Bev is also very low. Beefy Broth gets Patat with the Nano Swarm. So kind of just unfortunate there. I think through the wall. That's kind of crazy. Bev spray comes in. Doesn't quite hit anything. Reloading the gun.
Did I look
Yeah,
inside your head?
no. I mean, good peek by Mind Rose there to catch him off guard while reloading the gun, though. That was well played. Oh my God, 0 bullets in that van. Do you see that? How much spray was going on that round?
If Albany really needs to pivot something.
Yeah, and now, I mean, Nebula has 5 ults online, and UA only has 3. They do have the Phoenix ult online. The Phoenix ult's very powerful to use to go through sewers.
When did Tristan pop ult? Because it wasn't really.
Tristan popped ult when they on that round where they lost on C, where Patat was long.
Standing ahead.
But yeah, Tristan got one with the ult and got traded out.
I'm out of here.
I'm kind of concerned that they're not taking any sewer space here. Well, not one, but Tristan just out on sight, misses the Bucky shot,
Okay.
still gets one. Oh, unfortunate. That's a Bucky moment right there. Allow gets, so that bag gets Tristan. Allow gets Patat. Bots gets Bev. Power gets Bots answered on bad. Allow gets Stevie's. Pyro's gonna get detained by the KJ ult, I think.
I have the spike.
Oh no, okay, not quite in range. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was.
No, I get
Spike
it.
planted.
Oh no, bad timing for Pyro there. Beefy Broad gets him. That's
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, no. That's not a great round for you all. I mean, they did get 4 guns down, but
They wasted KJ, which is
and they did waste
pretty good.
KJO, and they yeah,
And their
and
eco is a lot. It's a lot.
and Nebula still has 4 ults online, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, and we're
wasting
taking
our
another timeout
I believe
here.
that's our only. We only get 2 timeouts, correct?
Yeah, 2 timeouts a half,
Yeah,
or no, 2 timeouts total.
Yeah, 'cause
I think.
I would assume so because most teams say one for defense, one for attack. So this is not really looking good. I mean, it conveys to the opponent that Albany's kind of stressing a little bit, getting a little bit nervous that they're taking their second timeout this early. Not a good look, and Albany's once again that pressure and those nerves. Yeah, honestly, that's a lot. It's
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe we're kind of underestimating how well they can play defense.
Oh, of
but
course. I mean, would you say Haven's a pretty defense?
definitely not, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm not sure. Maybe they have some sort of strategy they can pull out on defense that will help them win some rounds. But as of right now, it seems like Nebula's in full control of this game.
Maybe the coach has like a secret super tactic that's never been seen
Yeah,
before.
maybe
from
D-Nudes can
Valorant.
pull something out. We'll have to see what he can do on
Maybe,
defense.
maybe.
But first of all, UAlbany should be focusing on trying to close out this half as best as they possibly can. They really don't want to end it 10-2, but it looks like that's where it's headed right now.
See, that's why I wonder if the coach maybe try to give him some attacking
Placing
dualism as well,
sentry.
because he has no more input for the rest of the game. So God forbid attack goes wrong and he sees something, doesn't have the availability
Here.
anymore. So
I'm not even quite sure who the IGL of UA is. If I had to guess, it was probably Pyro, but Pyro's definitely going to have to
point, yeah.
give some input here since the coach can't anymore. Stevie's and Tristan are just in garage now. Trying to take space. Doesn't clear logs.
One day.
Box gets Stevie's, and then Box also
Killed
gets
their
Pyro. Doesn't quite get Tristan. Allow gets Bev
One
though. Patat
enemy
gets
remaining.
Box. Tristan gets Sir down bad, and then Beefy Box gets Tristan. So now it's a 1v3 for Patat, who has nothing but a deal to his name. And
it's not looking good.
it's not looking great for Patat here.
And it's probably a time to let him go there.
We'll have to. Well, I mean, really, what can you peek here? I mean, oh, nice shot, but gets traded out by Mind Rose.
Slightly
Yeah, only
close.
so much you can do there with the Deagle, honestly, especially in a 1v3 situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I don't even know what to say, to be honest, because it's just been
Not a lot to say.
it's so rough for UAlbany right now, and yet again, Nebula still has 4 ults online. And they haven't even had to use them, which is the craziest part.
That's true. They feel so confident enough to not even feel to even throw an ult out to even get Albany a chance to like take one down
Yeah,
in
they-
a weird way.
They need UAlbany's biggest issue here is probably just getting the bomb down. They haven't been able to, not since
Bring
the first
them
2
down.
rounds.
I feel like that's been a big thing for Albany today. They've rarely
Yeah,
planted.
we do Stevie's get. We do see Stevie's get everything on allow, but Beefy Broth has an op on Killjoy. It's such an
that is
interesting
crazy.
play, but gets 2 with it, so I guess I can't really say much. Patat, I think, might have gotten legged through one of his
right.
teammates. Very low on HP already. Yeah, Box clears out mid now. Nebula is just in such a commanding position here. Like, even though it's only a 4v3, in terms of numbers, it still seems winnable for UA, but just the presence of Nebula is so suffocating.
And their confidence, that's definitely
Yeah,
gonna keep
but we
pushing
do
them.
actually see UA is able to take this A site and is going to get the bomb down. And Patat is still alive to play with the ult. I think there was a nanoswarm thrown though. Maybe not a nanoswarm, but something. It was something to get Patat off of the plan initially. So yeah, now that we do see the lockdown get popped for BP Broth here.
Very fair.
I mean, completely to be expected. Bev is just gonna have to sit in this corner. It's a very typical KJ ult. Sova ult is popped, and we do see the entirety of Nebula just kind of trying to wait this ult out. The ult doesn't really catch anything. Box gets Bev, Tristan gets Bob. So down bad gets Tristan.
Wait, the lineup.
So we do. Patat does have lineups. It seems like they hit. Patat gets Mind Bros. The bomb is half though. Yeah, the bomb getting half there was honestly.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I mean, there was still 5 seconds left though. Like,
Yeah, well, if it wasn't half, they wouldn't have gotten it, I don't think. But it's hard to say.
they could have stuck it.
That is true. I mean, I think only the both shot darts hit, or only one.
I think the shock darts were slightly missed
Right.
because I think Mind Bros only got hit by one of them.
True.
I could be wrong though.
And even there, we
Placing
lost
alarm
Soul.
box.
Now we have no post plant.
Yep. No, and they still have 3 ults. They have the Nightfall for the retake. They have the Neon ult for all that space and presence, and then the Sky ult for all that info. It's just so good for them. And we do see Patat drone down long. It gets shot. Only spots 1 player of Nebula. And we do see the KJ lurking towards A, but actually the pivot towards A. Tristan gets a kill with the
Grab it.
B1 Beefy Broth. But Sir Down Bad just peeks from behind him and gets the trade almost immediately.
I think he got a little too excited to grab the op that he didn't really consider. Who
Yeah,
was
Tristan
behind
loves that
him.
op, but honestly, I mean, nothing much to be done there. Like, why would you expect someone to beat that from right behind you? Turn down bad, Blind comes on the site. I'm pretty sure Blind's the entirety of the team.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite turn the flash, but still gets
Spike
one
down
somehow.
A.
And then Stevie's gets the trade finally. Mind Bros
One
in
enemy
sewers
remaining.
gets
Oh,
2. They never cleared out sewers. That's the problem. Stevie's gets pop flash and it just gets taken out by a wow. Honestly, I said this already. The lack of sewers control when they're hitting
Last
A
round
is
in the
such a
half.
hindrance. Because they didn't clear out sewers. Mind Bros just sat there
Yeah, honestly.
and got 2 for free, and they weren't even looking at sewers. That is just
Totally agree.
it's with lack of a better term, that's essentially a throw.
That is true, and like we haven't really seen. You would think Phoenix would play there because we've seen him play Garage, which is not the same as Sewers, but it kind of plays similarly, where it's like that kind of not.
It's
that-
control.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that control of that space, and you know Phoenix.
It's a
plays that
prong
with
that's
them.
Bring them
attached to
down.
the site, and you need to take control of those prongs, or at least clear them out before you take the site. And we do see Tristan pop the ult immediately here. I think
Fatal.
Nebula is just gonna respect this ult, and this is the last round of the half, so you should
Spike
expect all
planted.
4
Oh,
of these
yeah.
Nebula ults to be popped. We do see the Nightfall get popped here. The Sky Cabbages get popped. The From the Shadows gets popped. Mind Bros gets Patat. UA just getting completely overwhelmed with Evo here. Allow getting 2 with his ult.
Last player
Oh my
standing.
lord. And Allow gets 3 and Fox gets Stevie. So that's a 10-2 half in favor of Nebula, which is really bad because as we said at the start of the game, this comp by UAlbany should be very aggressive, very attack-sided on an attack-sided map, and then they just get flawless on the last round of the half, which is very
Switching sides.
bad, with lack of better phrasing there.
Also, too, like usually UAlbany's pretty decent on Haven, so it's kind of disappointing to see them do once again, lack of better word, poorly on it. But I call me crazy. We have seen them come back in other situations before.
Almost.
Wow, almost.
It was
That's the big thing.
it was a fail comeback, but it was, what was it?
Like,
11-2,
yeah, it was something.
and then they lost 11-13.
That is very tragic, but one can hope.
That was on split.
Yeah, that was. I don't like
It's
split.
always split, but yeah. So maybe, hopefully, they can do something on defense here. We see Tristan taking an aggressive peek outside A main, trying to catch one. 2 have already crossed. Fade Dog comes in. Tristan's just gonna have to respect it and back off.
They're just heading
And now they're already just gone. We already see Beefy Broth in Garage completely. Bev is the lone defender on C-side now, until Pyro got here now. But yeah, they're just all out on C-side now. Allow is already backside. And UAlbany just have to play a retake here. And we actually see 3 people flanking C-Long.
Spike planted.
Omen did, or sorry, third down bad actually pivoted back to try and catch the flank off guard. Third down bad is getting sprayed at through the wall by Tristan, but Steve gets BB Broth. BB Broth gets Patat. Tristan gets third down bad. Pyro gets boxed. So it's actually a 4v2 in favor of UAlbany here.
Standing.
Or Mind Bros gets Tristan.
Try again.
Mind Bros gets Stevie's. Oh my god. Mind Bros 1v2. The smoke in for Pyro staying alive here. The defuse is stuck. And UAlbany takes pistol. So, Mind Bros does get the 4K finalized, but it's pistol round. It's not really that big of a deal. The point is they won the pistol round, which is a pretty good tone setter for the half, which is what we thought on the tech. But then they took those first 2 rounds, and then they didn't win a single round for the rest of the half.
Hey, maybe they can, you know, snowball out of control. Who knows, right? One can help. But, I mean, then again, they barely won that. We gotta remember, sorry, Bev was only like 40 HP on this fight, so
oh my god, crazy shot from Mind Bros there. Is that another dink onto Pyro as well? Monsters takes Pyro out. Oh my god.
This is...
Allow just playing very aggressive. Stevie's got stirred down bad. Very break from Patat.
Spike
not
down,
really showing any fruit, but Bev gets 2 with the classic, and then Allow gets Stevie's. So now it's just a 1v2 in favor of Nebula here, and they're just gonna get the bomb down on A site, and they're planning it open as well. And
Spike
Bev is a
planted.
Bucky, but probably could pick up a better weapon here. There is a Bulldog on the ground, yeah. I'm not sure if there's a Guardian still. Maybe we'll opt to keep the Bulldog anyway, though.
Yeah, I would
use
say,
that
I
yet.
think the Neon
Turn
slowly
out.
guard, I would assume.
No, Neon has an Ares right now.
Oh, wow, yeah, that is, wow. Look
Neon
at you.
picked up the Sova's Ares, Patats. So we do see Bev trying to retake from CT. The bomb's already been down for at least 20
Placing
seconds
swamp
at this
grenade.
point. Throwing a nano swarm.
One enemy.
Oh, beautiful shots by
if I
Bev.
died
That is
right now.
Oh my god.
funny.
Beautiful
Wow,
crosshair
lock in.
placement there. That's a 4K to clutch up the round for UA here. With 3
I had
seconds left on the
focused on
defuse, so he
grenade
did
out.
have plenty of time.
Still impressive.
Yeah, no, we,
nevertheless.
honestly, we can't really hear the game, so we have no idea how close the bomb is to blowing up. We kind of just have to gauge it in our heads. But listen, let's hope history doesn't repeat itself.
Can I
UA
guess
takes
it?
the first 2 rounds of the
I
half.
don't think you should have said anything. The casting
Placing
might come
sentry.
true. Who knows?
Alarm
But
bot
I think,
out.
like you said, you know, maybe Albany really just has a really solid defense plan. I mean, these rounds may not have shown it, but
These rounds have been pretty close.
oh, yeah, say them nonetheless.
We see Tristan. I thought he had an op for a second.
I'm outta here.
Already,
And
that'd be great.
Tristan with the Phantom holding that aggressive on A. I mean, it's always good to look for early picks there. The blind comes in from Pyro. Kind of a waste of a blind because you're not really going to be able to capitalize off of it. Like,
and like you already know they're there.
yeah.
I'm not gonna push your smoke, so.
I know it's stall, but also, you know, at this level of gameplay, like we already see Nebula's pivoting towards C. Like, you never know when they're gonna fully commit to a site. Like, so now they won't have that blind for retake, and the blind is such a powerful retake piece of utility. It gets all those close angles cleared out. It's so good, but we do see them pivoting back off of C. It looks like they might want to go back towards A, especially because Beefy Broth has all the space. Gets caught off guard by Tristan. That's a really good timing taken by Tristan here. But it doesn't look like Nebula is going to pivot. Even after that pick from Tristan, they're still going to full run down A. That blind does see Tristan, and Sir Down Bad does pick him off. But Patat's on site now as well. Gets taken out. But Sir Down Bad gets taken out by Patat. Patat also gets boxed, and then Pyro gets allowed with the Bulldog. Mind Bros on the lurk. Gets Bev and Stevie's. Now it's a 2v1. Both UA players are on site. Dart does scam Mind Bros. Has the eye. Throws the eye. Eye gets broken before it scans anything. Pyro uses the TP. Mind Bros has no idea where he is. Mind Bros gets the crowd spray on Patat, but then Pyro peeks for the trade perfectly. And yet again, another close round, but still, nonetheless, a round win for UAlbany. And we do see a timeout taken by Nebula here, which I'm not sure if that's premature or not, especially because you're still up 5 rounds. But I mean, I guess if you lose 3 rounds straight when you just won a half, or when you just played a half 10-2, maybe it does call for a timeout.
I agree, and especially maybe it's somewhat tactical. Maybe they're pausing to kind of let Albany maybe overthink a little bit, because they are using this confidence round to snowball out of control. So any time to kind of distract them away from the game. I don't think that's the reason they at all.
I don't think they're playing
it's like a
psychological
exactly, right? But no, I definitely think they're just rethinking about how to play this attack to try and close this out. Like you said, it is 10-5. They only need a few more rounds to win. But it's gonna be an interesting end game here, as Albany's just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, and we do see the lockdown and the Phoenix all online for UAlbany here as well. But the Nightfall is also online for Nebula. So they might use that ult to try and take a site, but at the same time, we also have the lockdown to try and retake it. So we're just going to have to see how these ults come into play for the upcoming round, because I'm assuming Nebula is going to want to take some momentum back, so they probably will want to utilize this Fade ult.
I agree. But, I mean, if they only rely on Fatal and Albany does successfully play around it, it's going to be a little difficult. But Nebula's actually switching to, they're playing a little more lurky, before they're going back and forth between each site, but now they're kind of just
trying to take some mid control, yeah. Did you see Tristan sitting in the smoke with that?
I'm out of here.
It's an interesting play for sure. Oh my god, crazy shot from Tristan there. It's almost like he can see what we see. Stevie's.
He doesn't.
Please don't push this, Stevie's. No, he can't see us. He can't see what we see. But that was a really good shot from Tristan nonetheless. We do see Bev sitting in this close angle with the judge.
I think.
Oh, full blind! Oh,
I think
no.
he's off the audio there.
Yeah, honestly, I would just start shooting the judge. But Box gets Pyro. Tristan backside with the Outlaw. Stevie's, what the heck? Right-click the knife in the ult onto allow the buckets though.
Go.
Stevie's missing shots on BB Broad. Patak gets an Ares kill on Mind Bros, and then allow gets Stevie's, but they actually landed on A.
Oh, that's a great point.
And now, wait. Oh my god.
They can't really do anything. So
this Neon is just stopping them from going anywhere.
And
allow gets the kill on Tristan. Oh no!
All of UA got a little too distracted by the Neon there. Although it's hard to just ignore it and run.
You can't just leave the Neon there. That's 100% true.
Yeah, that was actually, I don't know if that was intended by Nebula.
Oh, 100% it was.
That was a very smart play to kind of split up all there and kind of put him in like a really hard dual front right there. And that's 11-5, and Albany just lost their momentum, and
And they didn't even need to use the Fatal, and now they have the Neon online as well.
And this is once again a bad look for Albany here. We were a little confident in the momentum, but now that there's nothing. But then again, Nebula's doing a wrong call here. Or, sorry, UAlbany's doing a wrong call by leaving A open.
Bad read. And they don't even have, they just have the alarm bot there for any pushes through A, but
it's really far back. Anyway.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's for a flank, but what if they just take A?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We do see UAlbany rotating rather quickly here, which is the right call. We normally say don't over-rotate, but here it's definitely the right play to make. The bomb does come down before the molly does. Sir Down Bad gets Tristan off of the flank. And now the Bev does pop the lockdown, but BV Broth is just gonna tank it.
Yeah.
Just to sit there with the judge. Oh, but Batat with the deagle onto Beefy Broth. And Mind Bros does get detained.
I think they're gonna stick it.
Oh, they're 100% gonna stick it. That's great play. That's a great lockdown as well. And Stevie's gets boxed, Sir Down Bad gets Stevie's, and then Patak gets Sir Down Bad. And then Patak gets allowed too. That's so many guns down. That's so many guns down as well. So that was actually very well played around by UAlbany there. Forcing Nebula to just spend a lot more money on weapons.
Yeah, big time. And going to this next round, we do see more ults from each team come out. So it's once again entering that kind of scary state where one round can make a difference, because if Albany loses the momentum they gain back, who knows what can happen next, and their ego's not looking good either.
Well, we've seen lots of momentum-based gameplay here. Stevie's aggressive peek out of Garage did spot some or hear something, I'm not even sure, but just decided to back off, which is a smart play for sure. Tristan was trying to take space up A long. I mean, it's fair though. You do want to play aggressive on those weaker buys, but the play to move back was definitely the right one. Maybe not with the Deagle though, because he's still holding the angle. So if you dink someone for 145 and then get head dinked with the Vandal, I would be pretty mad about that.
Definitely.
Oh, Pyro almost catches a great timing, but does manage to get out with his life.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario there.
And Tristan getting off this peak now after getting flashed by the Sky. And we actually see, instead of, this goal with UAlbany, but Tristan pops the Neon ult, but gets caught in the Fade Seize.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
So not only did he get stuck, he was also decayed.
She also threw that from sewer, so that was a very well-timed.
Yeah, that was a great decay. What I was trying to say is that Nebula was taking sewer's control, which is something
30
you also
seconds
would
left.
and see how it's working out for them
Last
now. Box
player
gets a 3
standing.
camp with Toss, Stevie's gets third down bad. Mind Bros gets Stevie's, so that was a 3v1. Bev is nothing but a judge. Now just sitting in the smoke, gets sprayed at, just full spray through the smoke. Killed by Box for the 4K as well. So now it's 12-6.
Potentially
Match point.
Keep in mind, this is possibly the last round of this season for the Great Danes, simply because if you lose here, you're out. You go home. And, you know, it's not like
Anyone feeling
NECC
generous?
where you just have another match next
Thank
week,
you.
or there's a losers bracket. You just go home here. And which this is obviously something, a result that UA did not want. But at least we can still be proud in saying we qualified for nationals.
That is
pretty,
very true.
pretty good result for us, I'd have to say.
Go, go.
You never know.
Oh no, I mean we could definitely come back here still. I just wanted to make it known.
Then again, Nebula has a great call once again.
Look at it.
And
Oh
sees
no.
open.
You know, I think
your fear.
Nebula was predestined to win this game. I'm not gonna lie. Just the complete blind
Spike planted.
spray through smoke. They have the bomb down. It's a 5v4.
And UA's still rotating over, and even then they have a really deep flank cover. Not that anybody's flanking, but
They do, yeah. The Skydog, I'm not sure if the Skydog spotted Pyro or not. BP Broad might catch a timing as well. Allow pops BB on all as well. BP Broad gets Pyro, and yeah, I'd say this match is pretty much wrapped up. The lockdown's coming in as well. Box gets Tristan, My Bros gets Patat, and Allow finalizes the game with the Neon ult, with the kill on Stevie's. So, unfortunately, our Great Danes have lost this series 2 maps to 1. Just unfortunate game there on Haven and Split. So, unfortunately, that is the end of our season, but we hope you all have a great night. See you later.